Rafa, and Donovan.
Welcome back to The Bunt, the number one podcast in skateboarding, brought to you by the number one shoe in skateboarding. Off the wall since 1960, motherfucking six. I'm D Jones. I got my main man, the Ghost, with me. As always, we got Richie Valdez and Ants One behind the scenes.
It's a cool thing.
Ghost, episode 11, man. How did we come this far so fast this season? But here we are. Tell the people what they can look forward to.
Don't laugh at me, or you can if you want. Who's the guest again? My bad. I'm in Berlin, slightly turned at the moment.
David Gravette. One of the funniest ones we've had in a long time.
Yeah, my bad. Yo, David Gravette. Yo,
it's a new
awesome interview. No apologies, but yeah, I did that right before I headed to Berlin, and my brain's been foggy ever since. That was fucking hilarious. I think that was one of the top 3 laughs you'll ever get from Dono. My head was hurting. He had a hard time recovering. But dude, the storytelling was incredible. David Gravette, a 50-50 legend, just an all-around legend, but a hilarious dude. Has listened to the pod over the years, loves his nature, just a fucking awesome conversation with the new homie. So shout out Mr. Gravette. Then we take straight to the post office, and of course NFL season heating up. We talking everything, man.
One of the greatest rundown seasons of all time. Huge thanks to NFL Canada. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at The Bunt Live. Hit us up on our YouTube, youtube.com/@TheBuntLive. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/The Bunt. We had someone asking for R-rated stories in the Patreon. I don't know if we got that there, but there's some other stuff. And then head over thebuntlive.com. Every episode logged for your listening pleasure. All the episodes before the YouTube days are still on the website. Some absolute classics that y'all should check out. Obviously, goes without saying, Fred Gall on there, Brad Cromer, dude, just Legends Row. Tim O'Connor's on there, Jake Phelps, RIP. That's where the backlog is. Go check out all the old episodes. We were around long before YouTube, man. Ghost, I know you're in Berlin, but I think the people know what's coming this week, man. It's the Ghost Shout Out of the Week. Do it for the people.
Man, you already know what time it is. It's Shout Out of the Week, brought to you by The Den, where the mission is to extend the life of skate videos. You've seen the ender 10 times on Instagram. Quick, compressed, and gone in a scroll. But The Den lets you actually watch the video, free of distractions and noise, the way it was meant to be seen. And when something special comes along, it doesn't just disappear into the endless stream of uploads. The Den keeps it alive, front and center, long after the feeds moved on. Download the app today on iPhone, Android, the web, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. And D Jones, you already, I'm sure anyone who's listened to the pod before could place a fucking $10,000 bet on what the shout out of the week is. You know what I'm saying? We talking oval, real gang, real family. You know what I'm saying? Watching that video, I'm like, damn, we've had pretty much almost every real skater on the pod. There's a couple left. You know what I'm saying? A couple of the
even some old ones.
Yeah, like Ashad, where the fuck you at, blood? You know what I'm saying? The young bug, Toby Ryan, where the fuck you at, blood, But no, shout out to all our homies over there, everyone at Deluxe. You should be proud of yourselves. Awesome video. This time of year, we're just so spoiled. I just clicked on it on YouTube. The number one comment on YouTube is wasn't prepared for Mason with hair. 390 legs.
Extra steezy, man.
Yeah, May, you know what I'm saying? You did your thing. Proud of you. That blunt kickflip was a thing of beauty. Fuck, I don't want to start naming names because I'm going to forget shit, but the whole team, Nicole, you gotta love some Nicole slams. Those Those are a must, and her makes, but the slams are always fucking legendary. Pramen, our boy Pramen fucking went nuclear. A nollie flip, that double set was a thing of beauty. That kick flip back nose grind you did was so fucking steez.
Dude, switch heel front board in T-Dot, extended his stay at the bunt jam, couple extra days to make sure he got the clip.
Yeah.
Pramen, man. Shit was crazy.
And we had, remember, I mean, of course, we all remember, we had an epic dinner at Prime Seafood Palace, one of the most popular restaurants in the city. Not a cheap place to eat. We had a ballin' ass dinner. Shout out to Tim, Malto, and Big Z for footing that bill. And remember, Pramen was like, he was thinking about going to try it after dinner, but then after a couple cocktails, he's like, and then he handled business. He handled business in the morning before flying out, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, the whole video was awesome, but can't forget Big Z, Ender, Curtains. So proud of you, G. I know I know you're in SOTY contention, but I also know you got hurt a couple times this year, and it's so tough to really get that SOTY nod unless you have like a fully healthy year. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Fingers crossed for you, G. The back three was crazy. The crook on that out ledge, kick front feeble in New York. You went off, whole team went off. Shout out Real Gang, man. Let's fucking do it.
And a even bigger shout out to Tim Fulton, the man behind the scenes. The people behind the scenes need just as much credit. Tim, you are the fucking GOAT, man. Much respect. Did your thing. And I know you're worried about coming in last place in fantasy football again, but don't stress, because Safe is going to do that for you, bro. Don't worry, man. Safe is going to take care of that for you.
Yeah, shout out to Tim, but also on a homie tip, fuck you, Tim. You fucking whipped me with your trash team. This is one of the best teams on draft day. Turned pure shit. Ew. Derrick Henry to BTJ to Jaden Daniels to Amari and Hampton. Of course, Donald was fucking like 1-7. Now he's fucking got a couple wins, feeling nice. I'm winning 4 straight,
and the ghost felt nice. Yo, Tim, don't worry, man. Safe's gonna handle that shit for us, dog.
I'm
Safe's
going 4
the bill. No stress.
Ghost guarantee. I'm not coming in last. That's a fucking ghost guarantee to get me.
All right, back to the episode. There's only one thing left to do before we get to interview popping, man. The ghost already has a beer, but I need to get one myself. The coldest beer on earth, Beamer Beer. An epic lager, man. It's everything you're looking for. Head over to Danny's Pizza on College. Nice ambiance, great food. They even opened up a little sports bar next door called Danny's Next Door. Have yourself a Beamer lager, watch the football game, watch the hockey game, do whatever you got to do. Danny's Pizza and Danny's Next Door. Let's get it, man. David Gravette in the building. This guy had me in actual tears. And now hopefully has you guys in tears. Let's get into it. Let's do this. All right, we've got David Gravette in the building today. David, what's cracking, man?
Dude, not much. Just excited to be here. Hope I don't sink my own ship too hard. And let's fucking go.
No, man, you're gonna create a whole new level of fandom potentially today, bro.
I love my fans. I don't need new ones. No, just kidding.
So, man, we start every show off the same. We hit them with the easy ones first. Favorite skate moment and favorite sports moment.
Favorite sports moment is surprisingly really easy for me, even though I'm not like a huge sports guy. But has anyone said the fucking Randy Johnson smoking the pigeon with the fat? They've said it before.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Oh man,
though.
well, I mean, I'm from the zone, man. That's my hometown. It's the big unit, fucking smoking a pigeon with a fastball. Like, I mean, who's your favorite bird hunter? Oh, Randy Johnson does it with a fastball.
Yeah, that was a crazy one.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll ever see that again.
Favorite skate moment was a lot harder. I mean, there's been a lot of moments, but for some reason, one of the first ones that popped in my head when I started thinking about that was Sandro Diaz in it's very obscure. I hope he's listening. He's like, God damn it. Thank God somebody saw that. But it was like an X Games long time ago. He was towards the end of his run. He bailed a 900. Whoa. And they still have the camera on him, and he's walking off the vert ramp, and his board's right in front of him, and he pops it up onto his foot to the balance trick, you know? Mm-hmm, and I'm like, oh, that's sick. And he does the flip. He does the shove, and it catches it on his foot. And you can tell he's shocked. And then the camera just pans away, and they don't show any replay. Nobody talks about it.
Wow.
Never heard a thing about it, but that one came up, and then can I do another?
Yeah, go on, man.
Devin Apello came up from like way back in the and now days when, dude, during that era, we had such a fucking thing going of like, you put me and Devin together and like get us to spots and like shit's gonna go down. And like Creature was so aware of that. Like during and now, like, I'd be like, dude, you got to send Devin. Like, you got to send Devin. Like, just send Devin. And like, he got down there one trip and he went and bruised his heel like first day. Like, I can't remember what he was trying, but it was like, I mean, if you remember Devin Apello, it was something fucked, that's for sure. And his heel was black and like, it was a legitimate bruised heel. And he didn't skate like it sucked. He wasn't able to skate the whole time he was there. And he kept saying, if my heel doesn't get better, I'm going to tuck knee the UC Davis gap, like regardless, like I'm just going to do it. And I was like, yeah, I hope your heel gets better, man. And it didn't at all. It totally didn't. It was the last day and he's like, fuck it, let's go. This dude has not touched a skateboard. He's still like, I don't even think he could put a shoe on. And he's like, no, let's go. I'm just going to shotgun like 6 tall boys and then I'm just going to do it. And I'm like,
oh my God.
Dude, I mean, but I know him. Right. I know I'm like, let's go. And Chris Ray, like the whole Trans World crew, we're going for drunk ass Devin to fucking tuck me UC Davis. I kid you not, man. This guy did not skate flat. He did not ollie the 6. He did, cause he's just like, dude, I know my heel, like it's just gonna blow up. I just have to do it. And he literally like shotgunned a 6-pack of tall boys like at the runway. And I'm just like, dude, I don't know what I'm going to watch right now. And he did it first try. Rolled that roll. I mean, it was just like mind blown. Just wow. Probably one of the greatest moments in skateboarding.
That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. I'm glad we got to air that one out, dude. Shout out to you.
I got to hear.
I mean, that doesn't make sense. That's like almost not humanly possible, but big respect to him.
I mean, he's a savage human for sure.
Wow. That's extremely impressive. David, take us back to the beginning, man. Where'd you grow up and how'd you get into skating?
Issaquah, Washington. And when I was growing up, it was a small town for sure. And it's one of the craziest, like I've always said, my life is just a total mixture of really good luck and really bad luck. And that was one of the really good luck things because it made no sense that Issaquah got a skate park. Like it was literally one of the first 5 skate parks in all of Washington. Like Seattle did not have a permanent skate park and Issaquah did. It didn't even have like chains, like a fucking one front street. And like we got a park and that's how my whole 4th grade started skating. And that's why I started. Yeah, all my friends did and everything. And we used to roll through the town with like 30 squad deep, like our whole 4th grade skated. And then like a lot of people got over it and it whittled down to like the 5 skaters in the town. And it was crazy because everyone came to skate Issaquah Park. I used to have to wake up as early as possible to get to the skate park to try to have some time, like without people, like without crowds. And it soon turned into the most deserted place. Like it's nuts. Like towards the end, you wouldn't find anyone there besides somebody up to no good. That's why they got rid of, I mean, they built a new skate park, but they tore out the old skate park, which was sad. It was really sad to see it go. Cause I mean, I really loved that place. Like maybe that's where the whole worst skate park thing got born from. Cause like there was so many features on that were so garbage, but they turned like, I just liked them the way they were. Like the pyramid was all awful. We had like that crazy, like tall, steep, stupid rail that somehow we did so many tricks on, and terrible bumps, terrible. And then it just nothing was quite right. The coping to coping hip was right. Come on. That thing was sick for sure.
So it's just, the skate career is just pure luck, man.
The whole thing is pure luck. Whole thing is fucking right place, awesome. Right time. And then it's also been held back a lot by wrong place, wrong time. A lot to wrong injury, wrong time. Like, yeah. Fucking.
So besides the skate park, what would you consider your first big break in the skate industry?
I mean, I'm an El Toro baby, dude. Drove my ass from Issaquah straight to El Toro, saladed that bitch, got sponsored. No, I just got like actually on Creature, like right before driving down to Dam Am with Vince DeValle, and like we're like, let's go for it, dude. I'll drive my Civic. Like, let's get in this fucking contest and see what we can do. And I got down there, and I wanted to go to El Toro, and the word got around that I wanted to go to El Toro, and DeVille was the first one to get on that one. We went out. Dude, I listened to the Ethan Loy episode. I can't believe he didn't say his dad filmed me Salad El Toro. Are you kidding me? He was talking about his dad filming, and I was like, and he was even saying salad. He was talking about feeding me salad. I was like, the other one, yeah. Come on.
Like
come
18. On. Okay. Shout me out. Damn it. Shout me out.
Yeah, but that was a crazy experience. We went from the contest, like literally we're like practicing at the contest. I mean, the whole fucking thing is insane because I didn't even know how to salad before that trip. I literally, like, it wasn't a strong trick for me at all. And on the way down, we stopped at a 13 in, some town in I can't believe it, Tualatin in Oregon. We were driving from Washington. We stopped in Tualatin, came across this 13. It's crazy because it's like a spot, and we didn't know, no one dropped us the pin. We just like drove into Tualatin, like, there's a fucking rail at this church. And I had been doing a lot of my staples a lot, and I was like looking to try to do something. The rail was backside for me, and I was like, man, not another crook, not another back 50, not another feeble, like, and it was a little too big to back lip for me. And I was like, man, what am I going to do? I fucking try to back 5-0 it or salad or whatever. And I did it first try, and the filmer was filming Vince DeValle P in the corner. So he missed, and he was like, dude, I missed it. Like, fuck. And I was like, dude, all right, fuck it. I'll do it again. And we start getting kicked out, and I did it, and he was filming the security guard, and I did it again. And he was like, fuck, I missed it again. And I was like, seriously, like, fuck. All right, here we go. And I ran up there and did it 3 times in a row without falling. And that's where my confidence came for the salad. And I was like, man, I'm feeling good about this trick. And then we go down to Dam Am, and they have like a pretty big rail in the course. I started back salading that, and it was just working every time. And I was like, that's where the whole, like, let's go to El Toro thing happened. And we just went from there. Sorry for the people who've heard this story before, but I mean, it's the potluck's going on, and we got to fucking go to the other rail, like the rail that people don't skate. And they're like, oh, well, also people thought it was done. Like, they see the potluck and they were like, let's go. And I'm like, no, I've had adrenaline pumping like crazy, and I just want to get this over with. And they're like, well, there's the other rail over there. And I went and looked at that, and it's fine to me. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with this one? Like, it's got rough ground up until the last like 15 feet. Like, and then it's perfect. Like, that's nothing for a Northwest homie. Like, in Canada, in Canada, like it's shit gets real. And, it wasn't a problem. And I 50'd it. I don't even know if anyone filmed. I've never even seen the footage of me 50-50ing it. If anyone did film it, I haven't seen it, but I 50'd it. I think before anyone got their cameras out, just cause I didn't think anyone was serious that I was going to skate it. And there was security already freaking out on us. And I'm saying, let's go. I just want to fucking do this. This dude's trying to pull a fence in front of the rail, and Figgy's like fighting with him with the fence. And I like threw one down and went, and I like saladed the whole thing, landed on my board, and I just like I was like, I don't know what the hell happened. I just stepped off. I like didn't fall, stepped off, ran back up, landed it. And the class had just like gotten out or something. It was such a fucking craziness. Or like the kids had just been released to the potluck or something, because kids just came running through, and a kid ran through. Bryant Wachter filmed. He was the homie that rolled with me and Vince down there, and he filmed. For his angle, a kid ran right through the camera, and it broke his fucking heart. He was literally crying. No. He was like, that's the most important shot of my career, and it's ruined. And I'm like, man, I did it, and I'm not even like that, but I think it's kind of like cool with the kid running through. And we got Ethan's I can't believe I can't remember Ethan and David's dad's name, but shout out Pops, dude. He came through with the angle. That's it. And then all stuff started happening. Like I just met the Duff's team manager. I was riding Flow for some companies. I met him, Dave Huang, at the thing. And I mean, he's nice, totally nice. Like met me, like was introduced to me like I was Flow kid from Washington. And I mean, he was totally friendly, but he wasn't like, fuck yeah, you want to go on the road with us or anything? And then when I came back from El Toro, he was like, you want to go on this trip right now? And like all of a sudden, like sponsors were coming through and shit got real.
Massive trip, man.
Back Salad, El Toro will do it.
The proving grounds.
Yeah. Trip. And I lost Back Salads right after that. You'll try to find a fucking clip of me back salading anything after El Toro. Nothing. Doesn't exist. I just immediately started the board, just roll over, and I just taco the rail every time.
You got it done. No need after that one. How'd you end up getting on Creature? And it's a pretty epic squad. You're a lifer at this point. What's your craziest memory from a Creature trip?
The getting on, that's another fucking crazy. That's another part of the really, really good luck. Try to do this one quick. I worked at a skate park. Chronic Energy Drinks came through in a double-decker bus. Somebody told the owner that I was really good and they should sponsor me. And like, he came up to me at the counter and was like, hey, I hear you're pretty good. Like, do you want to ride for Chronic? Or like, do you have a sponsor me tape? And I actually did at the skate park, and I gave him my tape or something. He was like, yeah. Like, you're on. Do you want to get on? Like, and I left from work, left my car in the parking lot, had to get a toothbrush and shit from the corner store. And I just got on the RV and we went on the trip. Cause I'm like, I don't have any other sponsors like taking me on trips or anything. Fucking Chronic Energy Drink. Fuck it. Let's go. And the first stop was Arlington, Washington, which was a new skate park. And the Creature team was fucking there before Creature was even a thing. Like, chances are just out of this world. Like, they were on their first trip ever since the resurrection to gather content to relaunch the brand. Wow. And I recognized Darren and Al and was like, and Al was the Globe team manager and I was Flow for Globe at the time, and was like, I've been trying to get this guy my tape. And I was doing this ollie from the street court, like into the bowl, kind of just like a way I was starting my run. And Joe Hammocky, fucking the legend, dude, shout out, RIP. Like, he was there and he asked me if I could do that again so we could shoot it. And I was, wow. I didn't even know he was like with them. I thought he was just some homie hanging out at the park. And it's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And, I gave Al my sponsoring tape and he watched it in the Chronic Energy Drink RV, was like stoked. And he tried to get Darren to come in and watch it. And Darren's like, I'm not going in that fucking thing. And, but he must have watched it eventually, cause like a couple weeks, months later. So like I get a call from my NHS rep, John Crouch, who was like, I was getting independent trucks from at the time. And he's like, yo, like these guys really want to put you on. They're starting Creature. It's going to be big. Like they want to like put you fully on the team. And I almost wasn't going to do it because I'd never quit a team before. And I was riding for this small brand called Santa Fe. And like John was like, dude, this is going to be one of those decisions you're going to look back on for the rest of your life and regret if you don't do this. And he was 100% right and went with it. And then Salad El Toro and fucking damn. Here we are, 21. I mean, they're celebrating my 20 years on Creature next year.
Wow.
But I got on in 2005, motherfucker. So it's 20 years.
Celebrate 21 years.
But they're celebrating 20 years of Creature this year, so they're not trying to double down.
Okay.
But
I see.
yeah.
That's epic, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, what a long ride, dude. And you have a memorable road trip story from Creature, man?
Oh,
I'm sure you've
dude,
been on lots of trips now, dude.
Not trying to send some other people. I'll send myself under the bus, but I can't send others. I mean, we left Peter Raffin on a trip once. He was the last Daft Noah's running a tight ship. And if you're not to the van, the quote, "This isn't the army, we'll leave someone behind," gets like thrown around a lot on Creature trips. And Pete was the last of he was a repeat offender. And he was warned. It was like, dude, if you show up the last of the van again, we're going to leave you. And he showed up the last of the van and he got left. We went and got breakfast and like stuff and then came back for him, but we didn't like let him squirm for a bit. We left Silent Mike on a trip once on accident. That was a little like, cause he didn't have a phone either. And we didn't realize till like 20 or 30 minutes down the highway.
Oh no.
And like that one was a little, but oh man, I mean, the Creature trips are definitely like, I mean, it's nothing but stories.
I bet the best ones are left off air, probably.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So you moved to Portland at what point? What was behind that decision and how to go? How long did you stay?
That was like 2009. And at the time, Washington was like, Seattle was not fucking on the map really much at all. And I just kind of, for some reason, I always had a love for Portland. Dreamland was just building all their crazy parks down there. It just seemed like the hype. And I'd been going there and spending a lot of time at Union Arms, Willis's spot right by Burnside. We were just living in filth and I loved it. And I was also starting to party and maybe getting to like looking back, that was probably a reason like, well, this place is really fun to drink beer at. And moved there. The housing market was, I actually never paid rent my whole life. My parents were super cool. Like I just could stay at like crash out a good basement spot at their house. I stayed at other people's couches the whole time and just saved my money and then just decided I was going to buy a house in Portland, which was a pretty big bunt of me, honestly, at the time. Cause I mean, where I ended up buying my house, 10 years of owning a house in Portland, you'd think I could sell it and be like a millionaire right now or something, but it hardly increased because it ended up being in the zone, ended up kind of going to shit. And and I didn't know about that. Was during the peak of like my making money, like big Volcom checks and stuff. And it was not a smart move to move from somewhere that has no income tax to somewhere that's like the opposite. And that definitely costed me. So when my mom first hit me up, she's like, "Are you sitting down?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's going on?" She's like, "I have to tell you how much you're going to pay in taxes." And I'm like, that was a hard one at first. And I mean, but it was really awesome for a long time. I loved it. It was like the perfect balance between big city and small town. I had like great nature fucking right there. And Portland started getting pretty gnar with more people, and all my like lakes and nature spots started getting harder to go to on weekends. And then the pandemic happened and I just had tweakers and RVs right in front of my house the whole time for a year. We called him our tweaker and we just dealt with so much shit with him. Like we had a Trailer Park Boys shooting right outside our house. Like, you know how in that show they have a way of making shootouts feel kind of like they're filmed hella real, but they also have like a safe feeling. Like no one gets killed. Like,
yeah,
it's just kind of like, and none of them take it as serious. Like it's not as like dramatic as it should be. Like, dude, we were just in a fucking shootout. Like it was like that. I was in the morning and I was in my living room and I heard gunshots right outside my house, and I opened the door and our tweaker, as we called him, was on top of his RV messing around like he always was. And this new tweaker had showed up over the last couple of weeks, and he would just spray paint his car a different color every day and drive around shooting his gun off at like 3 a.m. And He's outside of his car shooting at our tweaker who's up on top of but he's shooting at him very like, it's like bang, bang. It's like controlled volleys. And the guy in the RV is just like, you're going to shoot at me? I'm going to get my gun and shoot at you. And then he pulls out a gun and starts shooting back at them. And they're both just shooting at each other from like 30 or 40 feet away. And somehow no one gets hit. And I'm actually very relieved. I'm like, thank God, because we've been going through hell. Like everything's happened with this dude, like everything. And I'm like, he's gone now. Like he's gone. You can get away with a lot in Portland, but you can't do that. Surely you cannot do that. And cops were there all day, streets shut down, but apparently you can. And they were both still there. And like, we still had our tweakers through. It took me over a year to sell our house when I couldn't leave my wife there. Like, I go on all these like camping and fishing adventures, and I literally have tweakers watching me just load my truck. Yeah. Like, oh, this guy's going, where is this guy going? And then knowing that I have like a 5 foot tall little girl that lives in the same house, like it sucked. And I was like, you can't she would say like, I don't feel safe. And I'm like, I don't blame you. And
that's tough.
So we moved just across we're in Camas, Washington now, which isn't that far away, but we got deer in our backyard instead of tweakers. So take that any day. Oh, my car got stolen 4 times as well. Throw that in there.
Jesus Christ.
4 times out of the driveway.
So you've done it big on King of the Road in the past. Can you tell us the original story behind the butt chug proposal?
Oh God. Better light a joint for this one. Fuck, man. I didn't look at the book. I never look at the book. It's one of my things with King of the Road. It gives me anxiety. Like, I don't want to know everything. I just want to show up at the spot and be told what the challenges are. And butt chug had been in there for the last like 2 or 3 years. Everyone on the team leading up to King of the Road is talking where it's been in the conversation for months. Like, who's going to do the butt chug? And like, when we get to the startup point, we're talking about it from the get-go, like the whole trip. And little did I know, I mean, I didn't know it wasn't in the fucking book the whole time, and they knew, but they were just working this up. And when we're getting close to the end, and I'm like, hey, listen, guys, because Chris Russell was doing the best naked trick. And I know how King of the Road works. Not only do you want to get the points, but you want to have like the most entertaining clip, and like, you'll be awarded like best naked trick more likely if I'm butt chugging underneath you. That's what I was like. I'm like, Chris, if we have someone butt chugging underneath Chris Russell doing a naked air trap, like, we are fucking killing it, guys. Like, someone's got to do it. And I was always saying, like, I'm willing. I don't want to sign. I don't want to be the guy fucking like, I don't want to say like, dude, I'd love to do that. But I'm like, I don't want to, if I want someone else to do it, I want to be like, I just want the same chances, like draw straws or something. And everyone was just like refusing to do it and being like, no, I'm absolutely not doing it. I'm not doing it. And then I was like, fuck, it's coming down to like, it looks like I'm the only one who might be willing to do it because I've pretty much lost whatever
like
pride I have.
To do it, dude. Like,
no
one's going to agree when they know that, like, at the end of the day, like, he's going to do it, man.
I'm sure that's what they thought for sure. But it wasn't the goal. And let's be perfectly fucking clear here. That was a beer bidet. There was no need for a fucking insertion. They're going to blur it out. Like, they're going to not give me the points because like the tube's not in my ass enough. Like, no, that's not. I don't know why Jaws went so deep with that thing, but I love you, Jaws. Dude, that was another great part about it, because me and Jaws have just always had this fucking thing, and we both got tricked into butt chugging, so that's fucking insane.
Dude, so that was a 0 point butt chug.
0 point, but I was thinking, I'm like, if I'm going to have to do this, like, and I'd already done a bunch of other stupid shit on that thing, and I was like, I can't believe my girlfriend at the time is going to like be watching me do all this. And I was like, she's going to hate watching the butt chug. And I was like, what if I propose to her right after? And like, no one will see it coming. Went for it. And it worked out fucking great. I don't know how long ago that was, but we ended up getting married shortly. shortly after that, because my insurance dropped me and I had a surgery date, and the only way to get surgery was to get on her insurance. And since we were already engaged, we just hit the courthouse.
Wow.
Always planned to actually have a real wedding, but we haven't. But still, I mean, happily married for the most part.
That's fucking
And
romantic story.
I mean, that's
right
pretty.
there, dude.
I mean, she's got
For the most part, he says.
exactly.
That's all you can ask
She's
for.
been. I don't get why she like the stuff she witnessed and saw in the beginning. Like, I'm so much tamer than that. Like, I'm like star husband material. compared to where
what it
we
used to
came,
be.
it's
Okay.
yeah,
Steady and
exactly.
You once dropped a deuce out of a tree while handcuffed to Willis Kimball.
You haven't done that? Who hasn't at this point? No. Yeah. Again, it's me. No, I mean, I know how we were already handcuffed and there was a challenge, poop in the shoe. And I was like, if we do the poop in the shoe while handcuffed, like that will be epic. But I didn't realize, like, I wanted to plan it. I planned it with just like one filmer. That was the fucking goal. Just one guy coming out there. And I got stage fright and couldn't poop the first attempt. And that was early. Like, I was like, let's wake up early before everyone else is awake and just try to bust it out. And I fucking couldn't. Like, I was in the tree, like butt out, just couldn't poop. And then I was like, fuck, let's go in there. I'll chug an emergency, smoke a joint, and then things will, like, trust me, I'll have to poop for sure. And by that time, people were waking up and wondering what's going on out there. And like, I end up with an audience of like fucking 20, dude, fucking we got Nora watching me fucking diarrhea in a skate shoe out of a tree. Like, I yell. I think there's a clip where I'm like looking around. I'm like, are we filming skateboarding or an episode of Jackass right now? Like,
Jesus Christ.
far. And then weird challenge, but it was hard to get in the shoe too. We had to get a shoe adjuster a couple times.
Yeah, that's risky.
Okay, got another one for you. Since we're talking about the hectic shit, how does the king of the dong tattoo happen?
I mean, apparently it wasn't enough to trick me into butt chugging and then propose. Like, not that it sucks that my proposal was done on a trick. Like, and that apparently wasn't enough for Sam Hits, because I'm undefeated in the worst haircut category. I've never lost. And that year that I was on, my idea was recreating my face on the back of my head. And I was like shaving my head, but like leaving the mustache. And I knew it would be to go all out. Like, we had to get the King of the Road tattoos on the eyes, the fake eyes. Nora did face paint eyes and stuff. So we went to a tattoo shop, and I'm telling him what I'm getting, the same ones on the eyebrows, Thrasher, King of the Road. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And he's doing it. And then Sam's like, hey, we're filming for Vice, and it'd be great footage if I could do some of the tattooing and like they put Sam on the needle, and I should have fucking known. I mean, I can't see. It's the back of my head. And he tattooed. We've been saying King of the Dong. That was like kind of the dong became the word of the trip, because like first day challenges was like hit someone on the rival team with one of the Vienna sausages. So we were calling them dongs, and like everything was a dong from that point. And so he put the King of the Dong on the back of my head, and I didn't know about it. For like, I was showing, I mean, people were like, how did you not know? Cause everyone would just die laughing. And I'm like, man, I got a really good haircut this year. And they didn't tell me till like the final interview. And I was honestly like fairly upset at the time, because I just felt like I'd already done, like, how much humiliation do you want me to do for the team? Like,
Yeah,
the team.
You had the most insane doppelganger the King of the Road has ever seen. That girl was potentially an identical twin of yours. How did you find her, and what's the story behind her?
Yeah, I'd have a hard talk with my dad about that one. I'm like, what are you doing out in Nashville there, Pops? No, I don't. I fucking, that one was crazy. That we were Circa. That was the first King of the Road I ever did. 2009 was Circa. we just opened the book midnight in the hotel room, and there's just a swarm of skaters coming by. Like later learned that like the fuck you crew was rolling through, just a mob, and we shouted out the window like, "Hey, we're on King of the Road. Like, you might be able to help us. Like, stop." We like showed them the book right away. Like, can you help us get any of these done easy? And like, they're like, our friend's girlfriend looks just like Gravette. We've been telling him for years. And we made plans to meet up the next day. And I was like, man, this is going to be awkward as fuck. Like, no, I mean, girls aren't really stoked to be like,
yeah,
like, oh, you look like that dude.
You felt awful for her, obviously.
Yeah, it was weird. And they ended up being super late, and we're like, what the fuck's going on? Turned out her boyfriend totaled his car on the way to come meet up with us. So they ended up showing up in a taxi. And I was like, oh my God, dude, you totaled your car too. And you're here. The boyfriend's here just to win. And everyone, of course, is freaking out and just being like, oh my God. And I'm like, dude, fuck. And I'm like, this sucks. And, so we took the photo, and it's insane. We both even have like the same, like kind of stoned look. They were taking bong rips like right before we did like that. Yeah, they're high as hell. And I was too. And
oh shit.
We tried to find her on a later King of the Road. Like, we were like, dude, it would just be good for the art. Like, I'm sure the mag would want to do like a where are you now? Like, just catch up, you know? And we talked to a couple of people, and like, no, she's gone. Like,
so last day they ever saw her. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in fucking shout out, dude. My sister, dude.
Yeah.
We should get together and go fishing if you're out there.
Yeah. So how'd you get the nickname Baby Lamb, man?
Second creature trip I ever went on, and I was like by far the youngest and greenest on the team. And getting into skateboarding for me was really weird. I mean, like I said, small town. I was not raised around the industry, and like, yeah, I don't know. I had lessons to be learned for sure, and they were teaching me those lessons. And on the Europe trip, it was like a couple days in. Second trip, month-long trip to Europe, and we're in Scotland, and we're at the Livingston Park, and I tried to launch out of the bowl and grind this rail, and I slipped off, and I went backwards into this bowl, and I crunched my back insane, like so bad that I like got knocked out a little bit, even though I didn't hit my head, and I couldn't move my fucking legs without tremendous pain. And it was the only time in my life I've ever had an ambulance called for me. Like, I was like, dude, you got to call an ambulance. Like, I'm really fucked up here. I thought I broke my back, and went to the hospital in the ambulance, and I just stayed in a Scottish hospital for like 12 hours connected to a morphine button, but hadn't seen a doctor once. And I was like, I don't have a phone. No one knows where I fucking am. Like, I don't know. I have to get back to the fucking crew. Like, I don't know what to do. And from all the morphine, like, I'd like got up and like been able to like kind of move around a bit. And I was like, I'm just going to leave. Left and went back to the skate park, and then a fight broke out. Dude, should have said this one for best creature story, but like, it's the Livingston Skate Park, Scotland. Fucking, it's kind of a hard place. And, there's a bunch of rollerbladers there, and Sam Hitz has his Blader Haters board out, like with the like rollerblade symbol crossed out on the grip tape, and like blah, blah. And this rollerblader comes up to Sam and like tries to like tough guy him, and Sam fucking slaps him in the face. And then I'm like, oh shit. And then Stu Graham, I witnessed Stu Graham on fucking high performance, like Stu, before the guy could even react to Sam's slaps, Stu was already like just mobbing down. He had a beer. He threw the beer from like 20 feet away, hit the dude in the face clean as can be, like kind of dazed him. And then he got to him, just laid one punch, throw in the bowl. Next rollerblader's already like on Stu. One punch, in the bowl. Next rollerblader, one punch in the bowl. Stu just Sam was upset because Sam was like, Stu, you should have let me get some. I didn't even get any. And then after Stu cleaned them all out, he was like, we got to go immediately. And I mean, during this, my back is completely fucked. I'm just like trying to get away. Stu's like, we got to go right now. Like, those guys are going to come back with knives and hammers. Like, we got to go. And so we left. And I ended up probably having a pinched nerve in my back or something because I couldn't move. Like, I just get these crazy spasms. I would just go like tremendous pain through my whole body. And like, I still do. That's said earlier here talking about my back. I still think that my back is affected by this. And I never found out really what happened, but it would cause me to make these noises. Like I'd be like trying to keep up with everyone we're moving through like train stations and stuff like that. We didn't have we're in Europe just kind of bouncing around and I'm carrying all this shit and I'd be trying to keep up and I'd be like, oh, like make a like noise. Cause I just got hit from this like spasm of crazy pain. Yeah. And they'd be like, baby lambs whimpering again. Yeah, and I didn't, I mean, they'd put me in the middle seat of cars, make me carry the big box of boards. We went up to that giant cliff in Norway, the one, like Kevin Beckles had a couple recent, like, photo things from up there. It's just this crazy, like, couple 1,000-foot, like, straight vertical drop in Norway and near Stavanger, I believe. And, I mean, it felt like a really long hike for me. It's probably not that long, but it was long at the time with a hurt back and they made me carry a skateboard because Darren was like, maybe there'll be some rocks to skate up there. Make the kid carry it. And that just felt dumb, walking a hiking path for no reason with a skateboard. And, but yeah.
Insane, dude. The season is almost over, and when it is, all you non-Canadians will start craving us and our beautiful country. To help ease the pain, we'll share a few expressions you can use to feel and sound like a true Canadian. Pass me a Mickey and the darts. I'm going to give her tonight like a true hoser. Which means, pass me the 375 milliliter bottle of hard liquor and the cigarettes. I'm going to go for it tonight like a true unsophisticated or dim-witted person. Ghost will probably do a snowbird this winter and return back home with a massive Molson muscle, which actually means Ghost will probably travel to warmer climates for the winter and return home with a massive beer belly. I just had a double-double and accidentally shat my gitch, which actually means I just had a coffee with 2 creams and 2 sugars and accidentally shit in my underwear. You know who gave you this beauty of a Canadian lesson? CHPO did, the worldwide leader in sunglasses and watches, always making sure the Bunt is right there for the people. How did the Scorpion become your go-to bail? Why is that the one that always reoccurs so much?
It's all in the hips, man. It's all in the hips. I've had bad hips for a long time. Like, I had my first hip surgery at fucking like 15 or 16 and they're fucked. So I couldn't do the roll. Like, I'd do anything to avoid that like power stack to the side. And I started like, I'd take that momentum and instead of doing a roll over that hip, I would dive on my stomach. And I can't recreate, like a long time ago, Hammocky had the idea of like he wanted me to scorpion for a headshot for like a Thrasher interview. And I was in his driveway, like trying to eye up how to like run. I'm like, how do you fucking do that? Like, how do you just dive on concrete and not get smoked? And like, but it works when you're in the moment. But we decided to put a bag to that one. I was like, we're not doing this, Joe.
But we hear you're an animal lover. You love getting out into nature, but we heard you had a sketchy run in California on a fishing trip, man. What's the story there?
I'm probably talking about the cougars, not the sexy kind either. the other kind. Yeah. Yeah, that was last spring. Well, this was actually going down to the Decked Rendezvous, that truck drawer system that I ride for. Fucking super rad, super great people. Fucking they were having a rendezvous trip with like the ambassadors in Bishop, California. And for anything in my striking range with the truck, like within like 20 hours, I'll be like, you guys just want to pay for my gas? And I don't know if anyone hates flying more than me that doesn't have a fear of flying. Like I have a fear of like the altercations that are going to happen, like at the airport, and the problems that are going to happen, and being stuck at airports for days and all sorts of, they just fuck you over, and there's no accountability for them. And I can't just say, hey, I decided to pay half the ticket this time, or I'm decided to sit in first class when I'm not supposed to. Like you can't, I have to do everything that I'm supposed to, but they don't. So I avoid them at all costs. So I'm driving to Bishop, California. I've got my routes pretty down for my haunts on the way down to California and stuff. And I love Northern California, a lot of good fishing around there. And I was fishing a river, one of my favorites, and I fished till dark. And then I was driving up some back roads to a place I could set my cot up and camp. And I was up pretty deep up in some back roads and pulled into a spot next to a creek, and I started setting up my cot because I do whatever. I hate sleeping in tents. I hate packing them up. I hate not being able to see clearly, and it's just so much easier just to pop the cot, drop, and I'm just sleep the best ever, just looking around. I love the little bit of fear of what's coming at night. And I've had some stuff come like this. I've had multiple bears, multiple cougars, and yeah, so I always got the bear spray close, and I'm setting up and I'm hearing this chirping coming from the wooded hill above me. And I'm like, what kind of bird is out at fucking night right now? And like, it's stupid because I fucking know that cougars chirp, but I just didn't put it together. I'd never heard it, even though I'd encountered cougars before, but they weren't chirping. Heard them growl and fucking shit, but never chirp. And I hear the chirping and I'm just caring about my business, like whatever. I think it's maybe a fox or something. And I just happen, and this is what's crazy, because like I think like I might be smoked. I might be on Tooth and Claw podcast right now, not fucking the Bunt Live. Like, and I happened to catch their eyes as I was turning. I had a headlamp on, and I caught two sets of eyes, like about 80 feet away from me, like on the road coming, facing me. Again, didn't think much of it. I have stuff like that's non-threatening come check me out all the time and like catch eyes. I love fucking looking around, looking for eyes, but I see these eyes, and I'm glad that I fucking went around. I was like, it has been the naughty ones a few times. So I'll go get the big flashlight and the bear spray. By the time I walked around my truck and got that shit and came back, I could see with my headlamp that I'm like, now they're like 20 or 30 feet away. I can just see the eyes though still. And I'm like, shit, whatever this is, it's coming for me. And I like hit the big flashlight. My first thought was like, oh, it's deer. Cause it was so tall. It was so big. Mm-hmm. And then I saw the big tail laying on the ground and was like, huh. And then like, it hit me. I was like, holy shit, these are two cougars. And it was a male and female, and the male was fucking huge, like fucking huge. Dude. And the worst goddamn part about this whole thing was I thought I was filming the whole time. Like, it was stupid. It was stupid to even be, but trust me, I had the bear mace totally ready, but my phone was out and I was like filming this whole thing. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I could tell like the people, when you hear these attack stories and stuff, they always say like, there'll be like avid outdoorsmen that have dealt with this stuff a lot of time. And when it comes to their attack, they're like, it felt different. It felt different. And like 100% this whole, like, cause like I said, this was the third time that I've had cougars come check my camp out. And there's always been a reason. Like I've been cooking one of the times or another time. Like exploring the outskirts of my camp, and we just kind of come across each other, and I yell at them, and they fucking roll their head at me and walk away totally silent, which is always fucking scary how quiet those motherfuckers are. Yeah. And this just felt different. The whole vibe was different, and they were very agitated. The female especially was like ears pinned back, fucking dropping down, standing up, dropping down, standing up, like just like, and I'm screaming and yelling at them, and it just went on, and they wouldn't leave. And I could tell, like, it just, the female especially, I was like, dude, she's about to fucking pounce. Like, and I started throwing rocks next to that. Like, I didn't hit one with the rock, but I was throwing rocks next to them and like being super aggressive, and they just wouldn't leave. Finally, the male kind of walked away. He didn't fully leave. He like walked like 50 feet back and just kind of like sat there. But the female was still like on me super hard, and she never left because of me. Like that, I stood off with her for like another, who knows how long it really was, felt like a long time. And the male started chirping again, and then she just turned and followed him, and then they left. Dude. And I just fucking couple weeks ago, I camped at the very same spot, set my cot up, and slept there. And in the morning, I wake up and I go to fucking take a shit a little offside, dig a hole. There's a fucking dead deer, freshly, like it was, I don't think it was killed overnight while I was sleeping there, but probably earlier. I got there at night again. Chances are, and I did hear some stuff rustling around in the fucking forest near where that deer was. And it was very obviously cougar killed, head removed, and the back, the skull, serious fucking wound. Like, that's how cougars fucking kill, is a fucking bite to the back of the head, or, I mean, they'll go to the esophagus too. Definitely like look to break your neck like as quick as possible, or put a tooth into your spinal cord. But that, yeah, it was, I got a video of the dead. I filmed that. I got that. But dude, I'm seriously not, when I realized that I was reverse recording, like when they finally left and I hit stop record, that's when I started recording, and I have like a brief, like second clip of me yelling fuck a bunch, because I realized that I didn't get the fucking clip. And like, I know the most important thing is fucking survival, but you want, like, dude, that was a frothy clip, man. Like,
that's insane, dude.
Dude, as if you went back though. Are you crazy?
Now I have to do it again. I'm like, dude, I have to have another standoff. I'm not going to feel good about it till I have another standoff.
No, you don't want that, dude. That's crazy to go back to the same spot.
That wasn't even the first. And the first time I went back there this year, I went back in spring, and I moused the river till like 2 or 3 in the morning. And I was so dead that I didn't even set up I fucking put a pad straight on the ground and just laid on the ground, not even raised. Same exact spot where the fucking crazy. Dude, I mean, I love it. I would not want to live in a world where there isn't something that can fucking, like, I hate being the number one predator.
You truly are, bro.
I think it's awesome that fucking, dude, I think it's awesome that there's stuff out there that can hunt us, and I don't want it upon myself, but
just bear mace. That's it.
I can't, I got guns, but I got weed, man. I can't fucking, once guns are involved, things get more serious, and I don't want to, it's a tricky one, 'cause I'm always out and about doing that shit, and I would like to bring but statistics show you're safer with bear spray than a gun, but sometimes it's hard to come to terms with.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
What's the story with you, Dandra Hobel, and a sleeping bag?
Dude, I thought it was dead. It could be dead. No one even knows about it anymore. Like, I could just pass on the question, and I feel like, I mean, I don't know. I just wish I knew how Dandra Hobel felt about the whole matter. Has he been on the show?
No. We gotta track him
Dude,
down.
you got to get Dan Trehobel. He's definitely going to say me for worst teammate. Oh man, God, dude. Yeah, I mean, fucking here we go. Dan Trehobel, dude, seriously one of my favorite fucking skaters, man. Like, life's a trip. When you would have told little Dave, like, you're going to grow up and you're going to take a shit on Dan Trehobel. And be like, no fucking way. Like, there's no way. Like, how am I even going to be with Dan Trehobel? What are the circumstances going to be where I'm going to poop on him? Like, that's the last thing I'd ever want to do. And life's the thing, right? And I was riding for Vox and we were doing some shoot down in San Diego, and like the whole team was down there staying at Rhino's house, and we went out to a bar and everyone did bar things. And E-Man did a candy eating contest. He ate like an entire fucking like giant vase of like assorted candies, like just insane that he could do that. And he was putting them down. Like, I'll bring that up later because possible culprit. Sorry, E-Man, but it was probably me. No, it was me. It was pretty much 100% me. But we go back to the fucking house and I like make my bed. Everything's fucking normal. Like, I wasn't that hammered. Like, I still remember like all of this. And I remember going out and smoking the last joint on the deck and coming in, going to bed. Next thing I know, I'm being woken up in the I'm on a chair in the fucking kitchen in my underwear, and I'm being woken up and everyone's really mad at me. Like, already, like, I don't even really know what's going on. And like the first thing I had to do, they were like, go in the back, give us your underwear. Like we need to underwear check you basically. And I got fucking underwear. I had to go in the bathroom and like there wasn't fucking shit all over my underwear. I didn't even really know why this was happening at the time, but then it was all starting to like pan out, and Trehobel's all fucking worked up. And they tried telling me that I fucking shit on Trehobel, and I'm like, what? Like, I just did not understand. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you imagine you just go to bed thinking everything's fine, then you wake up and you've pooped on your fucking child fucking hero. And like, oh, dude, it was so bad. But Trehobel has a voice, or he called Ed Dominic at like 5 a.m. when he woke up and discovered that there was like shit all over his sleeping bag that he was in. And the voicemail was insane, dude. We listened to it. So it's just like, Dan's so pissed. He's like, Ed, I need a fucking ticket home now. Gravette fucking shit on me. And like, but I mean, it was a mixture of laughs and a mixture of like, you're in trouble, like, bad fucking show, dude. Bad show. Like, and a bit of the fucking mess got on Rhino's carpet, and like, I went and got a bunch of like cleaning supplies and fucking everything. So I know, it's fucking really.
The story
I
is
used to think
you like sleptwalked into Trehobel's
yeah, no.
room
So
and
that's
just
like where like
shit on him?
They found the only proof that led it to me was that I was discovered sleeping in a chair in the kitchen in my underwear, and like they were like figured I must have sleptwalked and done it, which is probably like what happened.
Wow.
Because I mean, I used to fight it a bit because I felt like there was other culprits, like cause E-Man, like I said, he ate that whole thing of candy and was like taking tequila shots, and then Trehobel himself had told someone
else. Yeah.
I don't blame the victim, dude. Right.
I mean, if there's no evidence, deny till you die, man.
I know. That's like I'm saying, I'm falling on the sword at this point because I reoffended. I reoffended later on, and that's when I knew that it was me that did the Trehobel.
Oh, shit.
I was like,
what happened in the second story?
I feel like I'm just gonna be the poop guy on this. Oh, you poop out of a tree, you fucking.
I'm fucking dying.
Like, I know, dude. Fuck. like I said, huge mixture of really good luck, really bad luck. I mean, I feel like everyone's probably got poop misadventures, but they're not so public as mine.
Yeah.
And this is a Volcom trip years ago, and I was rooming with Grant Taylor.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Please at least get like and the worst part is Vox fell apart after that. I've like never got to like hang with Dan after and maybe try to redeem myself and be like, dude, that
Saber said, oh shit.
Yeah. It sucks, man. So it really sucks.
What is the reoffense where you like you did it again and then you're like,
where
yeah,
I knew
that must have been
it was me the whole time. Yeah, Volcom trip, and like every Volcom trip, dude. I got hurt the first fucking day and would be, dude, yeah, huge regret of staying on trips and not like, if I could go back and change anything about my career, it would probably be leave every trip the moment I got hurt. Cause like I didn't create good memories of myself afterwards. Cause you're just like, I was sick of it, man. I'd always be hurt. Always be around great skate spots that I couldn't skate. Was fucking drinking too much because of being upset about it and doing stupid shit. And I think we were in Japan or South Korea, and I'd been hurt. So I was fucking drank too much. And I wake up in the morning and fucking Grant's like, dude, you fucking threw up on the stool last night. And I was like, oh shit, really? And like, I looked over, I don't know how you mistaked it for throw up. I looked over, I was like, that's not throw up, dude.
Oh, bro. Oh,
dude, I'm such a fucking kook. I'm the biggest bunt out, dude. Believe me, no one's more disappointed in me than me.
No, that story's epic, yo. And we've had a laundry list of shit stories on here, and that one was awesome, dude. Got caught in
glad to add to it.
Kitchen,
put it in the archive, dude.
Vox went straight to shit awesome. After that, eh?
You're lucky I had my twisted tea for this one.
Yeah.
Who's Mountain Bike Dave?
What's the next question?
Who's Mountain Bike Dave and all the other Daves that followed?
I wish I could just be Mountain Bike Dave. That dude is so much cooler than like the real Dave, I swear. Yeah, just started Copenhagen Pro fucking, I don't know, 2000 fucking total guess in 11 or 12 or something. I don't know. I was supposed to be in the contest, but I was also out there with the skate park at Tampa dudes and fucking partying way too hard. Like, I did not get in there for practice. Let's just say that. And it was insane in there too. Like, I've been in too many collisions. I have a fucking hard time. Like, I get hurt enough on my own. I don't need anyone else's help. And I have a hard time skating when there's just pandemonium going on, and it's Copenhagen Pro, and it was fucking pandemonium in there. So I wasn't getting my practice in. We'd all rented bikes. They were out of the normal road bikes. All they had was a mountain bike. And people were first like, oh, you got the mountain bike. But like, I was stoked. Like, I was ripping it around town and hitting little jumps and off-roading. And I got in my head, I'm like, dude, I'm just going to do my skateboard runs on the bike. I'm not going to tell anyone. And as far as everyone knows, I'm still skating in the contest, but I had my like rental bike there and everything. And I did tell the bartender at the time, there was a fucking bar that is in the skate park because it's Copenhagen Pro and like literally like part of the skate park. And I told the bartender that I was going to be doing a run shortly and I would like a vodka tonic prepared. And I was going to pull up on the bike and do the like race style, like, oh, I didn't eat my drink, fucking couple drinks, throw it in the face, fucking pedal on. And like, so I do my run and like, that's what I did that, fucking did some wheelies. I think I might have 270 the hip. I don't know, but, did the run on the mountain bike and people started calling me Mountain Bike Dave, and I didn't lose the contest. That was the fucking funniest thing about it is I got like third from last, but I beat like 3 people. I beat the Nuge. I remember that.
Wow.
I was like, dude, I didn't do one skateboard trick. Like, but the homie, I think the homie Clint Peterson threw me some points.
That's respect.
And yeah, I mean, that's it's when it started, and I don't know. And then everything I did, people started putting Dave behind and just whatever hobby it was just that hobby. And then Dave, and it's the first time in my life I'd been stoked on the name David or Dave. I was like, it's kind of cool. I mean, I blamed a lot of life's problems on that name before.
So you had a little airport rant a little bit earlier, but how did you end up on the no-fly list? What's the story there?
Okay, well, I'm not on the no-fly list. I'm on the very close to no-fly list. And it's, I mean, all fun and games aside, it's a fucking tragic story. Cause I mean, it's hard to even tell, because I feel like people are just going to assume like, oh, you were probably drunk doing something stupid or whatever. But like, I swear on fucking I swear on fishing, my life, my fucking everything. Like, I didn't do nothing wrong here. And it was right after filming Jackass. Jaws got the call too, man. Me and Jaws, man, we've just had this weird ass life, dude. We were on TRL together way back in the day, but that's another, we won't go into that. But we get the call for Jackass, and scary as shit, man. Honestly, like, you don't know they don't tell you what you're going to do. And I had a meeting with Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine, and it was shortly after my whole hip fiasco of dislocating my hip for 2 years and everything. And they were like, do you still kaboom? And I'm like, I kaboom, but I want to know what the stunt is. Like, I'd like to like know what I'm signing up for to get hurt. Like, I'm down to get hurt if it's just like something I sign up for, or if it's like a punching bag bursting out of a wall and dislocating my shoulder again. Like, yeah, I'm not going to be like thrilled about that. They ended up hitting me back. Johnny Knoxville called me and was like, yo, we're really not in the business of hurting professional athletes. Like, you already got your thing going. Like, we really don't want to, and we can't, it wouldn't be fair to tell you what stunt you're going to do, because none of us get to know. Like, and and I believe Johnny Knox was a fucking genuine, gnarly, badass motherfucker. And I believe him when he says that. They really don't know. And I got to witness it too. And I told him, 13-year-old me would never forgive me for not taking this opportunity. Like, I'm all in. Like, also, like, I'm down, like, part of the crew, and sign the paperwork, which literally says you can die and like you'll be subject to pranks that could cause death and like,
Jesus.
Like gnarly, like everything. And I started preparing by like trying to be like, I didn't drink for 3 months. I was going to the gym fucking all the time and just like trying to get in the best shape of my life to like get blown up basically. And they get me a first class flight down for filming. And like, I don't get you don't get much first class flights in skateboarding. And I mean, not in my career so far. And, it was really tough turning down those fucking free drinks on the way there. Like, they try to serve you like before takeoff and everything. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm about to go get blown up and get there. And it's crazy. Like, you're in that green room and like, you have no idea what's going on. And those guys are all like, I'm sure everyone kind of has questions of like, how real is everything and like how set up or whatever. But like, it was real as fuck. And those guys are just like, Johnny Knoxville is like a death wish. Like, dude does just not care. And like, yeah, that went well. And I was like, fuck, we did it. Like, getting done, a little rattled up, not too hurt. But the whole time I was doing those stunts, I was just thinking about that first class flight home and free drinks for the first time, like that first cocktail pre-flight. And like, walk into the gate and, you know, there's a flight attendant that greets you like before the plane. They just looked at me with pure hate from like 10 people back. I don't know. Maybe like, I don't know. It must have been Taylor Kirby's fucking homegirl or something. I don't know. I randomly, dude, we're just going to, do you want, I mean, yeah, that's going to be, we'll sit. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll get back. We'll touch back on that later. But yeah, so much hate looking at me. And I was like, dude, fuck. I'm going to have to be on my best behavior. I knew right away, like, and I was super polite getting on the plane, tried to like make eye contact and thank you. And I went to my seat, but it was still just a glare the whole time. And I sat in my seat. She went down the aisle and served everyone, but didn't serve me, just walked past me and went back to the plane. And then like takeoff started. So I couldn't get out of my seat. And I was just like, this was interesting. That sucks. And I'm like, this is going to be a problem. And we fly up, get to the fucking altitude. And then she comes back through to pick up people's empties and reserve them. And this time I'm like leaning out, like, excuse me, like, hey, like, I would really like a cocktail right now. And she just passes me by again and goes to the front of the plane and just stands there. So I'm like, okay, the seatbelt lights off. Like, I'll get up and like try to, and I have been down this, I've been down the road with getting in trouble on the plane before when it was, I won't say that I still feel like I was justified to some of my actions, but it definitely made more sense for me to get in kind of trouble. But this time I'm telling you, dude, this was honest, dude. Good Dave today. And I'd learned how to handle the situations. I learned you cannot win. And like the flight attendants, like you just cannot win. They're the police in the air. And like, you gotta just go by the rules. And, I went back there though, super polite and just said like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And she's just like, sir, go back to your seat. And I was like, whoa, like super aggressive. And I was like, really, what's going on? And she's like, sir, go back to your seat. And I was just like, this is crazy. Okay. I gotta listen though. I gotta play the game. And I like go back to my seat and sit there for a while. And then she goes to the back of the plane. She's talking with the other flight attendant. And I'm like, okay, surely she can't be super horrible to me in front of another flight attendant. I go back there and I'm like quiet as a mouse, like hands behind my back, just as non-threatening little fucking nicest Dave I got, dude. Just like, I'm sorry. Like, I think we might have had a misunderstanding. And she just picks up the phone and goes, we have an unruly passenger back here. And I'm like, whoa, like, okay, it's fucking done. It's all done. And like, I'm like, it's over. Like for me, like so much for my first class flight, go back to my seat, sit down. I don't engage with her at all or get out of my seat except for one other, like she's walking back and I'm like, I start like motion for her to stop. And I'm like, hey, like I have like never been treated so horrible on ever. And there's no way I'm not going to do everything in my power to like make sure you like face consequences for this. Like it was crazy because I was a first class passenger. Like I'd been the times before I'd been a first class passenger, I was getting away with murder. Like, and I've seen it. Like it's crazy. And I could not believe this was happening. And so like I get her name and I'm like, I'm filing a complaint and, that's where it was left. And as far as I know, that's just how it's going to go. And we land and then they tell us over the loudspeaker that we're going to remain on the runway for a while. And then 6 police officers come on and take me off in handcuffs. Wow. And I'm telling you, man, this was really fucking bad. And they started talking to me and they fucking sobriety tested me. And they're like, okay, well, you're obviously sober. And one of the things that we were told was that you were like belligerently drunk. I told them my story and they're like, yeah. And they talked to a couple of people on the plane. They're like, yeah, everything that sounds like everything you're saying is right. Like you should definitely go file that complaint. And I did. I filed a complaint with American Airlines. And then 3 months later, I get a fucking letter in the mail saying I'm being formally investigated by the FAA and I should seek legal counsel. I was facing three charges of civil interference with a flight crew. Each one of those was carrying a possible felony, possible $90,000 fine, possible no-fly list. I had to get a lawyer. I had to spend a fucking way more money than I made at Jackass fucking paying for all this stuff. And it was so fucking hard, man. I'm telling you, dude, like it was really hard to get like this falsely accused. Like I felt insane. And I ended up having a trial or a video trial, like with a little mini one with the FAA attorney and my attorney, like via Zoom. my attorney kind of sucked because I didn't know I was going to say anything. Like he was just like, he had a prepared statement where I was walking this thin line of like not trying to admit guilt, but still respecting how like important the flight crew and like airlines are and everything. And she ends up wanting to talk to me more. And she's like, I want to like, tell me the story. And I'm like, fuck it. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die on the sword. And I'll just I told this story, like started to, and she just interrupted me and was like, David, can I stop you for a second? Flight crew is not always right. And they can be judgmental, but you have to follow the orders and go through the right and file a complaint. And I just wanted to throw the computer through the wall. Cause I was like, that's exactly what I did. And I'm still facing all of this. And like, it ended up getting to the point where they were down to settle for just like a $3,000 or $5,000 fine. But it was going to be on my record, and I was going to never be able to get, global entry or any travel perks, never upgraded ever. And, I did not want it to be on my record. That was like the main thing we were fighting for, was like, I'm down to pay the fine, but like, I travel for my fucking job. Like I'm always flying. I can't be having this, and wasn't good enough. And I wanted to go to trial really bad. I wanted this flight attendant I wanted to look her in the eyes and be like, really, this is what you do? Like, you know that I didn't do anything. I don't know what I did. Like, though. And my attorney was just like, it would be so dumb to go to trial when you can get out of this for like 3,000. Like for what you're facing, all it takes is like a couple bad like you could get fucked. It still bothers me like a whole lot. It's like, that's why I drive every chance possible. Like I do not trust the airlines. It was definitely one of the hardest things I've actually gone through.
I didn't think we were going there. To deal with that shit. Yeah. That's brutal.
I mean, I'm glad it came. It's like so heavy that I hadn't even like told the story. Like, I don't even know where to start. And like, yeah, but fuck American Airlines, even though I've had to fly them again since, which you don't get to pick your flights always.
Yeah. That's brutes, man. Sorry.
Sorry, man. So what's next for David Gravette? What's coming up, man?
Dude, kind of a lot. I mean, like I said, it's the Creature doing the 20 years. Me, and I got a bunch of stuff coming out with them, and independent as well. Got some big news from them earlier this morning, and Bones doing some stuff with everyone, and just hope to stay doing my thing. Fishing has been good, getting more and more trips and opportunities in the outdoor world. So that's been really cool. Hoping to just stay doing that. Just loving every day.
That sounds epic, man. Fuck yeah. Just stay away from the cougars, man.
I got to get one more in me though. Fuck. I got to get that clip. It's going to haunt me forever, man. I need that clip. There's always a reason why I don't get a clip of the fucking predator encounters sometimes. That's why first of all, I didn't have the big flashlight for a while. I just had phone, and you would just see eyes. I got what would have been a really good video of like a bear smashing our fucking cooler and shit right in front of the fire and running around, but all you can really see is eyes. But then I got the big flashlight and I still blew it. There'll be more, I'm sure. I haven't learned my lesson.
Yeah, just be careful though, G.
Feel the heat from here.
Yo, it's Rapid Fire with the Ghost, and this week, no surprise, honored to be brought to you by Real Skateboards and their new full-length video, Oval. That's right, the wait is over. Rashad, Mason, Nicole, Pat, Zion, Toby, the whole damn squad went off for this one, man. They packed the van, hit every crusty spot they could find, and somehow came back with a video that's gonna make you want to skate every day. So stop pretending to work, fire up YouTube, type in Real Oval, and get your mind right. Then hit up Black Sheep, The Dark Slide, Select, Brooklyn Projects, or your local skate shop. Grab a classic oval off the wall and tell them the Bunt sent you.
All right, David, time for a little rapid fire, man. You ready?
Dude, Yeah, this is the heavies, dude. the crux of the situation. Yeah, let's go.
All right. Favorite skater?
It's always got to be Jason Adams, dude. That was the original fucking fave. I always had guys as well. Surprisingly, a lot of Rick McCrankin and Alex Chalmers were heavily on my squad of like dudes. I think I influenced me a whole lot as a kid. Rick McCrank was the first pro I ever met, and yeah, it was a really cool experience.
Nice. Favorite video?
Label Kills. I watched the shit out of that. I'm sure it had a lot of influence that I didn't understand at the time on like my whole skating, and also my mute. Like it was the first time The Devil Went Down to Georgia was probably one of the first like country songs that I fucking heard and just loved it. That video had a great soundtrack to me and great skating, and yeah.
Nice. Favorite video part?
Yeah, it probably has to be Jason Adams in the Label Kills video. Man, are you kidding me? That's such a great, it's a fucking great part, dude. I don't care who you are.
Dude, his new section in the new video was fucking epic as well.
Dude,
that just dropped.
Dude, the kid still got it, man. It's the fucking kid, man.
Favorite style?
Cause like I'm new. To be honest, I'm fairly new to the Bunt. The first like 3 episodes I randomly listened to, people said that Jeff won Son for worst style. Jeff, I'm so he's my, like, I just asked him in person how to pronounce his last name, and I've already kind of blanked on it, but, I'm going to say him for goddamn best style, dude. Fuck it. We're turning the goddamn tables, dude. Like, I think I respect a self-made man. No one can do what he does. Nope. So there's gotta be something there. Sure. And he's a nice guy that speaks his mind too when it comes down to it. But yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Jeff, dude.
Love that. Which skater had the biggest influence on the way you skate?
We're just going to keep saying Jason Adams, I guess. Like, I mean,
if that's the answer.
Yeah. Who's the most talented skateboarder on planet Earth?
Throw back to the first dude to blow my mind in person, like Vince DeValle. If you remember him. He had a brief stint on Black Label as well. We skated together a lot growing up. We were like kind of like, we started out as somewhat as my nemesis at the contest. Like, be like, oh fuck, Vince is here. Like, cause he would win all the contests. And damn it, I also want to shout out Jay Worth, fucking Steve-O, Cookie, like recently those dude, Tom Shar, like, I don't know. Those dudes have been blowing my fucking mind watching them skate in person lately.
Favorite trick?
360s. Love a 360 of like goddamn almost any sort. Just feels cool. Like spin around, land.
What's your favorite 360 if you had to pick one?
I think 360 indies feel really cool because you just really know you got it. Like when you get the right like pop. And back when I was a little more limber with the hips, I used to get pretty like corked with them, and it just like knowing that you're making this trick and you're just locked into the grab and seeing your landing, and it was fun.
That's dope.
All right. Hardest trick for you?
Damn, I mean, so many. There's a ton of tricks I can't do. So those are probably pretty hard. Those are obviously pretty hard for me. Most switch and nollie things, like, I don't know. Most things heel flip related, like, not a go. No.
Most illegal trick?
Who am I to say, man? I feel like I got no authority here. I'm out there body variant on rails, no complying. I'll finger flip. I don't give a shit. Anything can be done. Cool. I guess stink bugs, fucking, it's pretty much always, but then there's people that make stink bugs look fucking cool almost.
All good. Favorite clip you've ever gotten?
I wouldn't say, I don't know if it's like my favorite clip as far as like, I want to rewatch this and be like stoked that I'm watching it, because it would almost bring back like bad memories too. But like that Kinker Rail, that in my X Games Real Street part, it was a fucking total battle, because I just kept getting kicked out and we had to go back on like 3 different times. I had to fly back in and like sacked it, broke my wrist. Like I'd always get close. Like I'd made it to the end so many times, but I just couldn't ride away. And like, I think the feeling I got when I finally like rolled away and literally cops pulled in, like as I was riding away, like it might've been the highest, like euphoric feeling I've gotten from riding away from a trick. That and that the Thrasher cover as well was up there, because that was really fucking scary. I just could foresee just such a bad slam in that rail was so far away from the ditch and just like so tall that I could just barely get up on it. And my momentum was going to carry me off that big drop, like regardless. And it was just asking for a heels over situation. And I was just going to drop all that way onto like my back. And it was definitely like another one of, probably those two were kind of the highest, like euphoric feelings of rolling away.
Hell yeah. Made it happen, G. Made it happen. Mm-hmm. What's the worst trend you've been a part of?
When I was kind of like, I just wore what my parents got me for like a long ass time. I never even had skate shoes till I was like 14, and wear fucking cargo shorts and like a purple Mighty Duck shirt and like Reebok fucking strap-ons or whatever. And the strap, not, I don't know if they're strap-ons, but the fucking Velcro, that was probably the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
And then when I started like making that transition to like hanging with older crew and picking out your own clothes, which was they'd go to thrift stores and they were kind of all in the tight pants, like Freddy Krueger sweater, like Corey Duffel phase. No shame on Corey for the style. Like that was cool. I mean, I back it hard. Just not everyone can do it. And I was definitely,
yeah. I
got some old clips and like orange pants and like striped sweaters and stuff that I'm like, damn, harsh. But yeah, I could kind of go without being part of that, I guess.
What's the gnarliest trick you've ever witnessed?
Probably, dude, Kevin Beckel, that in the last Creature video, not Sever, but like the one that was called like just the Creature video, I think. He does this like ollie like into a crazy marble, like dude, like bank with a bunch of flats in between. And it's narrow. It's only like 4 feet wide, and it has sets of stairs going down right next to it the whole way with like like railings for the stairs that just are so brutal looking. Like they're like nasty fucking corners on those things. And I dropped in on it from like 2 or 3 transitions up, and it was a fucking wild ride. Like I was like, oh, what have I done? As soon as I dropped in, and like you can't help but get air. You're airing almost too, because they're not even that. They're like like you like, it's hard to not air over the transition. And it started raining, and Kevin had been working his way up, going higher and higher, and it was already like, holy fuck, like he's going up there, and he's getting to the top, and it's raining, and this is marble. Like he's going so fast, he ends up in those fucking railings. Like it's seriously all over. And I'll say it before I'll say it again. I think he's the best at fucking going down crazy banks and hills and stuff. Like, dude just buckles in and goes. And yeah, he made it, but it was definitely a heavy one to witness. I mean, I've witnessed a bunch of heavy shit, but it was something that was really fucking dangerous.
Sick. What's the one trick that got away?
Well, I never got to try it. I mean, I always wanted to do a double backflip. When I like first figured out the backflip, I was like, got all fired up. Like, dude, I want to do a double backflip. I've always wanted to roll away from a double flip of some sort, whether it's a bike, snowboard, or skateboard. Like, I still want it. I think a snowboard is my only option at this point. Yeah, the double backflip got away.
See it, bro. Damn, that would be next level.
Big bunt. Never even tried. Talked about it a lot.
Speaking of bunts, what's the biggest bunt you've ever witnessed?
I used to witness Devin Apello doing bunts all the time, because that fool just didn't know his own levels at all. And he would pick out stuff that was so goddamn dangerous and impossible. Like just literally, there's no way you can do that. I don't know. I just had to explain to some things that like he'd eye up and bring everyone to, like, I want to do this. And I'd be like, That's not possible, Devin. It's just straight up. It's just not possible. Even where skating's got today, they wouldn't consider it possible.
What's the last new trick you learned?
Either the kickflip, like laid back slide, like on a quarter pipe where you like go up and you like, for like the longest time, I've always just kind of used that as a fun little like go to fakie thing. If it's like kind of steep, you ride up and like put one hand on it and do like a little backside power slide or a little front side power slide with it, like kind of slide it back into fakie. I learned how to kickflip into that. I'm sure it'll serve me greatly. And I finally learned slappy crooks not that long ago. That was embarrassing. I couldn't figure that one out. My slappy game is not great, to be honest.
I don't think I've done that one yet either. So respect. I got to follow your footsteps.
It's fun. It's really fun, actually. I'm like, damn, I've been missing out on this whole time. Like this whole time, you were right there. That easy. Just a little fucking. You just got to trust it. I wasn't trusting it enough. I was like, dude, there's no way I can just run into this curb and be in a crooked grind. There's no way.
Yeah, that's where I'm still at mentally. What's your dream job after skateboarding?
Professional fly fisherman. No, I'm just saying that from the words of A River Runs Through It, where what's fucking Brad Pitt's character is like, his brother asks him what he wants to be when he grows up, and he's like professional fly fisherman. And his brother's like, there's no such thing. I still don't know if there is. There kind of is. There's a world
now. There's influencers, fishing influencers, all sorts of shit.
I just spent the last, like my whole life making one of my other things that I love my job. Like, obviously I want the opportunity. I don't necessarily need to make it my job, but I do love the opportunities to go on trips with like brands and stuff. And it's pretty fucking sweet. And it's crazy how similar it is to skate trips too. Like you're just like in the van going to spots, like everyone's kind of juicing, like what tricks are we going to, what flies are you going to try? Like, what are you going to do? Like, what's your first move? You going to nymph? You going to swing? Like, what's the deal? You think they're hitting dry? Cool. Like it's the same world, except you get nice. They take much better care of you though.
Sick.
Yeah.
Favorite local brand?
Dude, we got a lot. I mean, we got a lot here. Fucking shout out fucking Portal Dimension. You know, that's my clothing sponsor, Kevin Kowalski, dude, doing it. Fucking Rips Willis doing it with the skate shop. Fucking Willow brand with Ari and Corbin. But like, nothing gets more local than my fucking basement. We're literally in Parachute Papers headquarters right now. Like,
let's go.
Got boxes right here. You know, what do you want?
Let's go.
Got them all. And it's been going. It's got to have a good product because people keep buying it and I don't do nothing. I need to do more. I'm the goddamn worst businessman ever, but it's just hard to like fit it all in there. And like people try to buy it, like smoke shops call and stuff. And they're like, yo, we want to carry it. I'm like, I haven't set up wholesale yet. I'll call you later. Like just blowing it. Yeah, man. Parachutepapers.com. And, if you're a skateboarder or a fly fisherman and you smoke weed and roll joints and you're not buying Parachute Papers, that's an insult to me and my family.
Okay. Favorite local skater?
And again, there's a few of them. Binger stock has never been higher, dude. Stock at Bing, man, is going through the roof. Yote, dude. Yote's a fucking casual killer. Nick Peterson just went pro. Nick, I'm stoked on. Nick's fucking sick, man. He fucking gets it.
Let's go. What's the one sponsor you regret riding for?
Lifestyle Farms. Fucking the weed farm, man. Dude, we only got 23%. Yeah, they fucked me so hard, dude. Rob Schultz, literally like snake in the fucking grass. And I met him in a dispensary where I was just buying weed, and he's like, hey, you're David Gravette, and I own this weed farm, and we'd love to sponsor you. And that's how it all started. And I was just getting fucking ounces a month, and it was sick. And he casually knew exactly what he was doing. He casually dropped it on the golf course. Like, yo, we're opening up, we're going to sell a share of Lifestyle Farms, like trying to decide who to like sell it to. We got like this one, like telling me about the different guys looking to buy. And I'm like, of course, like, oh, like how much is a percent or whatever. And then he's like, oh, well, if you would maybe be interested, we would definitely like cut you a deal. I mean, that would be awesome if you were a rider and like invested in the company and everything, and acting like it was my ticket out of like, this is going to be your retirement. This is how you don't have to worry about skateboarding anymore. It was $50,000 for like 1.5% or something. And like,
oh my God,
I'd literally just got my college fund from my parents because I never went to college. And they just handed over me my college fund at this time. And I can't believe it. I'd like just got it. And I just was like, oh, hey, maybe I'll give it to this dude. And because I thought he was my fucking friend. And after I signed the main owner was this dude, Andy. I can't believe I can't remember his last name because I would love to like put him on as much blast as possible. Dude's horrible. And handed him a check for $50,000. And then literally like my homie left the company like a couple weeks later and was just like, it's all fucked. And he had 10% the company, and he was like walking away saying it was fucked and like everything. And I was like, why the fuck did you get me to invest in like he made me think that I was investing in like a firing, like, sure, you're going to get money back immediately, when really I was paying to keep the lights on for 3 months. And it was somewhat, I mean, it's got to come back on me for not doing like more background and like demanding to see like all of just how the business actually was. And I had too much trust in fucking my friend. And yeah, that was horrible. That was I wasted more money on a lawyer trying to get my money back. Didn't get it. I think about it on like, I wake up a lot of mornings and just think about like, damn, like 50 grand would be sick right now. like those guys better hope they never meet fucking me in a dark alley when I'm down on my luck. Like seriously, a gnarly thing to do to someone, just straight rob them. And that's just what that dude Andy does. He just goes around and fucking robs people. Crooked. It's all a crooked scam.
That's absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Air him out.
Fucked.
Hopefully he doesn't pull that one off on anyone else. That's fucking crazy.
I'm glad literally that and the airline story and the airlines, like two of like the kind of the hardest things I've like, they're really hard to even like, to go back, but it's good. It's good therapy to get them out, you know?
Damn, bro. Favorite teammate ever?
That whole early in the original Creature Am squad, when we'd go with me, Devin Apello, Silent Mike, and Taylor Bingaman, like that was like the highlight of my life almost. Like we just super fun. We all vibed super well together. Like everyone kind of had their own like lane that we skated in or whatever. And it was just all just ultra support and ultra like just super fun days skating, super fun nights, fucking all like coming. We were just all like young, learning the whole like traveling skating thing and just being excited, and some great fucking times for sure.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Worst teammate ever?
Got to return the favor and just say Taylor Kirby. I mean, that was so weird that I listened to that episode because like I keep my finger very far from the pulse of skateboarding and I don't know what's going on. I wasn't familiar with the podcast because I don't watch it or listen about it. But then Peyton hit me up and was like, Riley Pavi said you had the worst style on the bunt. And I was like, what? What's going on? Who's Riley Pavi? And so then that's how he's like, I know the guys, like, you want to go on the bunt? And I was like, I mean, I don't know, like, sure. I mean, and then here we are. But then when I knew I was going on the bunt and I was driving down to Rampage, I was like trying to listen to episodes because I was like, what's up with these guys? I'm so, dude, you guys are awesome, man. But I should have, it's on me for not listening. But yeah, I was looking for episodes to listen to, and I was scrolling deep back because I heard they used to be gnarlier, like earlier on. And I saw Taylor Kirby come up, and I was like, dude, that guy always acted like he hated me the whole fucking time of knowing him. Never met me. Like, from the day I fucking met him, he just he obviously like
the flight attendant.
Exactly. That's why I said, that's where it's all, see, this is an M. Light Shyamalan fucking twist. But it's all good though. I mean, I didn't, that was a long time ago, and it obviously didn't affect me for like a long time. It was years ago. It just sucks that I just saw Taylor Kirby this winter at Zoomies 100K, and like, he was friendly. Me, I like was like, oh, hey, like I haven't seen you in a while and stuff. And he was all friendly. I'm like, literally just acted like I was the worst fucking dude ever.
I don't remember what he actually said. I have the worst memory.
Dude, it was bad. He fucking, I'm sure he had some points during that circa time. It was tough. Like, I was in that realm of where I'd just been getting hurt so fucking much. I had a shoulder cert, like right when that new circa started that he talked about, like when it got the new owner and everything, and he got on board. I was just getting shoulder surgery, a major one, like major shit, out for a long time, and coming back, and I was like trying to like get clips and stuff. And I know, like, he said like just waiting, like making everyone wait for my circus tricks or whatever. But I was just trying to get fucking something to bummer. And saying that he was the only one that made it out of circa, like that's kind of weird to fucking say. Like, where are you? Like, there's lots of people from there that maybe they're not in skateboarding, but they're still succeeding and happy and stuff. Like, to say you're the only one who made it out, like I've achieved a ton of fucking lifelong goals and shit after that. But yeah, enough on him.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah. Damn, bro. So, okay, he's worst teammate. Worst company.
Yeah, so there's two, man. Worst company. There's, Etnies kicked me off Flow with a text message. That was pretty lame.
Yeah.
Damn, not even an email? That's crazy.
Not even the Olive Garden dinner, man.
Not even an email. Yeah, that was a little harsh. They never really gave me, and I did so much like in Etnies. I understood where things were at, and I was like, I'm gonna have to like work from the bottom up and shit. And those worst skate park videos have millions of views, like tons of views, and all in Etnies, and those guys never like did shit for me, or like, yeah. So we'll use them. They can take that one. Final nail in the coffin. David Gravette on the bunt.
Worst trend.
Like I said, I'm too far away. I don't even know what's trending right now. I see a lot of square clothing, like very like wide pants and wide like workwear from people that obviously look like they haven't worked or something. Some crazy fashion stuff going on, but I don't know. I don't even know if that's trending. That just might be like one. I see a couple like weird sneaker head videos where I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Why are we just filming his shoes? And like, why does he have millions of views? It's always confusing. I click on people's shit all the time where I like randomly like, who's that? And then I'm like, holy fuck. Like, how do you're like huge apparently, but I don't know who you are.
Yeah, it's a crazy world out there, man. Yeah, probably better to stay off the pulse of that type of shit. Worst style.
We'll throw it back to Riley Pop. I've never seen a Riley Poppy clip, but I honestly haven't. Shit. Like, I don't know what his style is. I feel like I get along with most Australians. We'd probably be homies.
I think
I just listened to. I knew he talked shit, but I was like, right before we started recording, I was like, I should actually listen to what he said maybe. And I like actually like skipped to like that bit of the episode. It was just funny. We jumped on it so hard. It was like, he was like trying to like search for like, I don't know. David Gravette. That dude fucking. He said he looks fucked on a skateboard. I'm like,
Oh,
damn.
shit.
I'm like, you're 20 years old. I've been pro for 20 years, man. Leave me alone. Like,
It's insane.
maybe if I didn't need 2 hip replacements, I'd have better fucking style, Riley, dude.
You guys gotta
man.
meet. You
I'm
guys
still
gotta
down to go
skate.
fish in Australia, though.
He's
Yeah, you
actually
guys gotta
fucking
link up.
hilarious. And it's funny because I think he actually has amazing style, but you're entitled to your chirp back for sure.
Go, maybe he needs to just search through the archive, you know. Don't get stuck on the whole like mob flips, switch flip guy, you know, or like he's doing a bunch of, you know, go back, find yeah, I don't care. I could care less, dude, as long as the fish are still biting, we'll be all right.
Hell yeah. All right, last but not least, David, who's the last person you want on the sesh?
We don't need to, I mean, we'll just Riley and Taylor. Well, no, I've never met Riley, so I wouldn't say I want him on the sesh. I want to see what he's all about.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want Taylor Kirby on the sesh anymore. Anyone else, whatever. I mean, we're too old for this shit, man. I am. I don't know about you guys.
All over it. Yeah, we're fucking done here, man. Taylor Kirby, whoever else was talking shit.
My whole goal was to not throw myself like,
Dude,
yeah.
that was a fucking epic interview, man. Epic storyteller with
Thanks
lots
a
of
lot.
good tales to share, man. Thank you so much for coming on the pod, man. That was a blast.
Dude, it's been a wild ride. Thanks for fucking having me, dude.
You've got mail.
Welcome back to the post office, brought to you by our good friends over at Dickey's Skateboarding. Quality workwear since 1922. From the work site to the streets. Ain't nobody keep you fitted like Dickey's, man. All right, Ghost.
All right.
Who we got up first?
Massive email from Ralph. My village and skate school. Dear Seifa and Donovan, I want to give a shout out to my wife who's fighting cancer. She told me to build a village and I want you guys in it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You guys deserve all the respect and praise for delivering solid entertainment season after season. It does listeners a lot of good when we need cheering up or distraction. I listen to other skate podcasts and none of them hold a light to your interviews, banter, and opinions. You kept it to your guns, original and simple, and it works. I'll be gutted when another season ends, but there's a solid back catalog to dive back into. I guess I should end this with a question. As a teacher, I strive to help kids understand the world and be prepared for their future. If you two had a lesson for a young skater, what would it be besides listen to the pod? Peace, Ralph. And then he followed up with a PS. Just saw the new Ted to Grow episode dropped. Not listened yet, but hats off. Wow.
Dude, the people love some Ted to Grow, man. Ralph, shout out to your wife. Hopefully, she's doing good and continues fighting. Hopefully gets past that. It's obviously hard times. A lesson that I would tell a younger skater about skating is that it truly doesn't matter how good you are at skating. You can get so much more out of skating. Like all of my best friends, all of the best times I've had in my life, all of the traveling I've done is truly from skating. It really does not matter how good you are at it. The community will offer you so much more than being a very talented skater. So, I mean, it's great if you are good and, train and practice and keep skating and get better every time you skate, but it truly doesn't matter how good you are.
Yeah, 100% echo that. And what I was going to say is along the same lines. But yes, also wanted to say a huge shout out to your wife. Donald and I are definitely in the village. So keep doing your thing, both of you. I know that's not easy. This is also one of the nicest emails anyone's ever sent us. All that nice stuff in the middle there. So appreciate you, Ralph. For a young skater, I would say skate for the right reasons. It's tough to tell a kid that, because now, especially with the Olympics and stuff like that, you can immediately see all the benefits that can come from skating. It's a lot different than when we were kids, and especially the generations before us. Like skating, you're just, at that time, you're just asking to get made fun of almost. Whereas now it's like, you know, you got Haisa Liao in commercials with some of the top athletes in the world, you know, sharing the same 60-second spot. Like, it's crazy. So just fall in love. It's really hard to tell a kid that, because they're not blind to what's possible now. But like, if a kid can just skate for the right reasons and not worry about if it's going somewhere, it's going to be a lot more fun for them and their parents. Because judging contests, I see some of the parents losing their shit too. Like, it's becoming more traditional sport type of thing. But yeah, it's still underground enough. You still, you know, go skate on the weekend with your friends, hit some streets, hit some skate parks. Like, hopefully the kids out there can still find the purity in it that we were lucky enough to have back in the day and to this day.
Dude, those times as kids when there's literally no responsibility, you're in summertime, you're off school, those are the times we still talk about as like guys in our late 30s going on skate trips now. So just enjoy it, man. You know, don't
all for the love.
Shout out to Ralph. All right, next up, we've got an email from Ben Cabriana. Let's take a listen.
What's up, boys? Safa, Don 1 of 1. This is Ben Cabriana calling once again from Santa Maria, California. Got a couple questions for you guys. About to pop off in this post office. All right, first question. As far as illegal tricks go, I know how you guys feel about the 5-0 to switch crook. Want to know how you guys feel about the backside 5-0 to switch crook, a la Mike York or Herman Sten, that real homie that's really fucking good. I don't know. Both those guys make that trick look really fucking sick. I don't know if you guys ever tried it. That shit's really fucking hard. Want to know how you guys feel about it. You guys fuck with it? Or is it still a 5-0 switch crook? Second question, Safa, a couple of weeks ago, you said you'd hook me up with a private link to that Ghost Resurrection music video. Still waiting on that. I don't know, what's it gonna take? You need me to do a switch tray in my work boots, my work uniform? I'll shoot that your way, but I really, really need that, man, for sure. Keep up the great work. Great episodes as always. Really loved Ted DeGrow with that Dustin Monty shout out. I remember that homie from the Damn Ham contest. Probably wearing a white wife beater, doing front shove, back lips of pain on the bump to bars. Probably listening to some 50 Cent. That dude was really fucking sick. So shout out Dustin Monty. Keep it up, boys. You.
Wow. Monumental voice note right there. A true listener. He's dropping quotes from old episodes and stuff, some Matt Canadian things. What was the first question again? I had something for that. Oh, yeah.
Back 5-0 to switch.
Yeah, this might be controversial coming from me because of how much I hate 5-0 to switch crooks, but I've actually never seen a back 5-0 to switch front crook that I disliked. I don't know why. It works for me. And it was funny because, you know, me and Cody are usually pretty aligned with like trick selection. And Miles Silvis had a Thrasher edit come out, I'm pretty sure. And he did like an Insta edit. He did a switchback 5-0 to front crook going up the pier block, like up the mani pad. And I watched it, thought it was sick, whatever. Okay. And then Cody DM'd me the video. He's like, yo, what the fuck was that? Because like he was like, he loves Miles, and he felt like Miles like crossed the line into illegal. Yeah, and I couldn't agree. I was like, I can't remember what I said, but I was like, you know what? Switch regular. That trick's always been kind of cool. But I'm not. If you're like sticking to your guns and you're like, that's whack too. If you don't like 5-0 switch crook and you consider backside also whack, I'm not gonna fight you on it. But I actually, I'm kind of down. PJ, the OG one that I remember, so sick.
Oh yeah, he did do that. I don't really have any opinion on it. I don't. It's obviously harder, a lot harder. Looks cooler because we haven't seen it a lot. But I feel like if it starts getting done a lot, it'll be like anything else. And like back in the day when we really didn't like 2-for-1s, they were more rare. We're just bombarded with combos now everywhere you look, man. So like even iShot did like 3-in-1 in the real video, didn't he?
Tail slide to switch crook to 5-0.
5-0 to tail slide back to 5-0.
I think it was tail slide switch crook to 5-0 and 88.
Oh,
yeah.
5-0. They're just like, it's just, that is the era we're in, the combo era. So,
yeah.
No, I don't hate it.
And then as far as my rap video, I obviously, as soon as we stop recording, I pretty much forget everything that we just said. So you need to DM my personal Instagram, which is Safler, at CEPHLER. DM me on there, and then no excuses. If it's still on YouTube, I don't know if I deleted it or if I just made it like private, but if it's still there, I promise I'll send it to you. And either way, I'll hit you back and let you know. Respect. All right, next up. Is this a video? Next up, we've got a glaze note on video with a question.
It's a video.
Okay, what the?
Hey, what's going on, boys? It's Tommy from Sydney, Australia. I'm just, got some time watching some skating. I'm watching yours truly.
Is that Bobby?
You guys have had a ripper of a season, and it's keep it going. Now, this trick is fucking awesome. Now, if anyone else did it, it would be deemed illegal. Now, this leads me to my question. What has been a trick you've seen somebody do that's a bit random? Or maybe if anyone, basically what I'm saying is, what's like a random maneuver that you've seen a pro do and then you're just like, God damn, you know what I mean? Like, similar to that switch front heel. Like, there's not really many, is there? Anyways, you guys have had a ripper of a season. All the best, lads. Cheers.
Okay.
It's another 2-for-1. This is the combo era, man. But bro, I know where you're gonna go.
That, Australians never just they're all comedians down there somehow. Homie had to just blast us with his leg shot. Just start unnecessary legs.
Yeah, couldn't just.
Thanks for the video. And he didn't specify, but I'm assuming when he made that comment, it was the switchback 5-0 to switchback tail. We've actually talked about this on the pod before, that trick specifically. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan. I can't remember if I talked to Bobby about it or if I talked to Tom, who filmed that line, about it, but I also don't care enough to like hate on it, but I just was like, oh, that's a weird one. It didn't hit for me. It's Bobby, so we of course did it as good as you can do it or whatever. And the second trick is unreal. If you've ever been to that spot, it's like rounded but also kind of slanted, so it's hard to like stand on a nose grind on those. So that I actually love that line just because of how he ended it. So not my cup of tea. I would never do one, but I also couldn't make it look good. But he redeemed it hard with the switch front shove, nose grind shove.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a answer to the next question? When what's a trick that you saw a pro do that was kind of quirky and it made you kind of like it?
I've also mentioned this one when the 2-for-1s have come up, and it was a Shane O'Neill did a backsmith big spin into backtail in like an old barracks part, and he just did it classic Shane O'Neill style, like so flawless. And that was when we were more strict back in. It was a long time ago, like where me and Cody would have been like, fuck every 2-for-1. And that one, I was just like, that I actually really liked how that flowed.
I saw Riley Pavey do a front tail front shove up to
Whoa.
front 50-50.
Was it a curve or a
Which
corner?
sounds weird and insane, but the ledge was so rounded. Yeah,
Oh wow.
no, it was just straight, but the ledge was so rounded they didn't have to like pop it. It kind of like came up smooth, and that was like impressive, man. Sometimes you're just like, that shocked me. I didn't even know that was
cool one
possible.
for sure.
All right, next up we have a voice note from Jamie Smith. Let's take a listen.
Yo, what's good, Bunt? I just figured out how to do voice messages on my phone, and I'd be lying if I said this wasn't probably at least the fifth take, trying to keep it short for your boy's sake. Anyways, I got a couple questions and a small story for you. I'll start with the small story, fuck it. A few months ago, I was on the way to the job site, and I was listening to the Austin Gillette interview, and there was like cops and shit on the right side of the fucking interstate because someone drove into the river. I fucking rear-ended the shit out of this car that was just, for some reason, stopped in the middle of the fucking interstate. Only car stopped, rear-ended the fuck out of them, totaled my car. I ended up having to get my car towed, and then I got a ride to work, whatever. It was fucking crazy. Couple questions. Have y'all ever considered doing a small segment on your Patreon or something to post like crazier or more explicit stories or anything like that? I think that would be pretty enjoyable. Other question. Do y'all think in any way, shape, or form sports betting is rigged? If you need me to elaborate on that, let me know. I will do so. Appreciate what y'all do. Shout out to the blue collar workers. Shout out to Antoine for keeping it cool. Keep them barns burning, boys. Love it. Peace.
Legends in the post office
Epic.
this week.
Voice note. Sorry about the car totaling, man. That sounds fucking awful, dude. Explicit Patreon episodes, man. Can't say that's crossed our mind, to be honest.
Yeah, the problem with that is it's not going to be explicit. If you say anything crazy on there, it's going to just find its way outside of there very quickly. So it's not even just like me and Donald have crazy opinions that we keep on the low. It's like literally every single skater talks shit, but some of that stuff's just meant to stay contained. Like it wouldn't, if we were like, yo, Mason, like come on, we're gonna do like a crazy behind the scenes shit talk episode and like say our real opinions, like that's immediately gonna end up on Slap. And so unfortunately I just don't think you can't do
Nothing
it,
is
unfortunately.
safe.
Those combos got to stay private. We've all got opinions. It's not like me and Don were like some crazy haters or anything, but we obviously don't say everything we think on here, or else we'd get fucking in trouble ASAP.
What was the last question?
Fuck. I forget.
Oh, is sports betting rigged? Dude, we're seeing this more and more. Like, it's rigged in every way, shape, or form. Everyone is trying to rig this shit, man. The players are probably rigging it. The coaches, that's going to be next up. We're going to find out the coaches are rigging it. And obviously, Vegas is doing whatever they can to get an edge up. Like, you know, the house always wins. The oldest saying in the book. Like, if you don't think that the house is trying to figure out a way to win this shit, then you're twisted, man. But like more and more players getting like there's a big controversy in the UFC right now. Guy got choked out a couple weeks ago, and they're saying that he threw the fight and he took $100,000 to do it. Like it's Obviously, anytime people are making money, they're gonna find a way to cheat it. Like it's just obvious.
Yeah, I mean the NBA, massive scandal right now. Michael Porter Jr.'s brother's career ended last season. I'm guessing Terry Rozier is probably done, which is sad to see. When he was good, he was awesome to watch. But the crazy thing, like Malik Beasley, who knows what happens with him, is just the internet's so ruthless. Like someone has a bad game now, and it's like those jokes just start happening. Like you make a bad turnover, it's like, oh yeah, like
they bet on it.
We're in a very delicate couple years of transitioning. Of like before it was taboo, and now every network, ESPN, the biggest, every network is making millions and millions of dollars from these betting sponsors. So there's gonna be some fucking black eyes on the way to hopefully finding like a balance. And yeah, you can't control every single player in every league, but whether it's the refs, I don't know. I definitely agree there's some rigging going on, and it always feels like it's rigged when your last leg of your parlay doesn't hit. All right.
Got the next one.
Oh, next up,
yeah,
we've got an email from Isaiah Downing. Still life, coffee, and botanicals too. Praying for a Beamer. Donald, can you play it though? Because I don't have the microphone to play it into.
What's up, boys? A long time since I've been in here. Checking once again from Southwest Colorado. You guys have been killing it this season. Been a good summer. Fucking RIP Blue Jays. Like literally, I was rooting for them just because of you guys. I just got into baseball, so that sucked. But I'm wondering. I've listened to every episode, so I feel bad. But I'm wondering what your guys' snowboard experience is like. I'm kind of just as big of a snowboarder as I'm a skater. Do you guys go often? Are you guys decent? And then my bigger question is, have you guys tried snow skating? Because I know it's like all those companies are out of Canada, and that shit's fucked, dude. I got an Ambition snow skate a couple years ago, and I've been trying it, and it's like, it kind of might be harder than skating. I don't know if you guys have seen any of these like snow skate parts, but they're pretty fucked. So anyways, love you guys. Keep it up. Fucking great
Dude. Sometimes I hear impersonations of us, and I'm like, dude, is that what we sound
snowboarding,
like?
Man. That's not us. That's you, dude. That's not us. I love snowboarding. I'm absolutely awful at it, but I love watching it. I think it's super sick. We have some buddies, Jake Kuzik, Jed Anderson, obviously have come on the pod. They're unreal. They both drop like a part or two every year. Can't wait to see what they've been up to. Shout out to them. But it's sick, man. Like it looks so cool. It's fun to do it. Obviously, we live through winter. I don't do it as much as I would have liked, which is probably why I'm so awful. But every time I do get to go, it's like the funnest day of the year.
Yeah, I absolutely love snowboarding and have crazy respect for it. The shit they do is just death defying. You watch a Jed part or like any like high level snowboarder, it's fucking insane. When I started skateboarding, I actually started snowboarding first, and like my first 2 or 3 years skating, I would like snowboard in the winter, skate in the summer, and then like the skate addiction took over. But I got nothing but love and respect for snowboarding. I haven't been in years because I don't want to fucking get my head shook up, but I do miss it. And for the snow skating bit, I don't know anything about that world. I tried a couple times. Me and my buddy Phil, he had a snow skate, so we'd try it here and there. But the only person I'm familiar with in the snow skating is this skater who's actually amazing out of Montreal, Morgan DT. His Instagram's Rob in the Zoo, and he drops some heavy ass snow skating clips. I'll just put one right there. But I always love watching his stuff.
How did you have that?
No, when you read it or when the voice note was happening, I just like, this isn't the gnarliest one, but I feel like I've seen him like kickflip 50, like a handrail and stuff. Like he's so good,
dude.
Anyways, if you're into snow skating and skateboarding,
don't you know Dave Engerer? You remember him, the Pyramid Country guy?
No. Oh yeah. What about him?
Oh, he's like a pro snow skate.
Really? That's sick.
All right, last voice note for the week coming in from Dylan Gaines. Let's take a listen, man.
What's up, Bunt homies? I know you guys don't talk about UFC too much, but I was wondering if you have a favorite weight class and maybe a favorite fighter. I love Yuri Prohaska. He's an incredible, crazy samurai type dude. And my favorite weight class has got to be the middleweight division right now. It's kind of entertaining what's going on in that weight class. So let me know. Love you guys.
That's epic. Say if you don't like the UFC, but do you have a favorite fighter from over the years?
Oh, for sure. Anderson Silva.
Oh, the Spider, dude. How do you not love him?
Didn't his leg get like broken though? I hate
that's happened to a couple people. Did you like GSP when he was running and gunning? French Canadian, unstoppable.
Montreal, Quebec, baby.
Wasn't the most like exciting finisher, but he had like the perfect game plan. I love UFC. I watch every weekend, every fight. Hard to pick one fighter. I feel like it's always changing. I absolutely love the Conor McGregor era. You know, it got a little crazy towards the end, but like the stuff with him and Khabib was epic. Massive fight going down this weekend. Jack Della Maddalena and Islam. But I'd say my favorite fighter is Derek Lewis. You ever heard of Derek Lewis? They call him the Beast.
No.
Dude, let me tell you a funny story about Derek Lewis. So you know how after they win fights, usually Joe Rogan comes out and they do a little interview and they'll be like, who do you want to fight next, right? So Derek Lewis gets a big win. He's doing his post-fight interview. You know how their family kind of comes in to congratulate them and stuff? And so the interviewer, I don't think it was Joe Rogan. I think it was Daniel Cormier maybe. But he's like, Derek, who do you want next? And he's like, you know, after being away from my family for 2 weeks, he's like, I want my wife. Look at that fine ass. You know, some ground and pound, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I did see that. That was so sick.
Shout out Derek Lewis, man. Absolute legend.
One last thing. The only other thing I know about UFC that pissed me off at the time was, I'm going to butcher his name, but Steez Ortiz. Was that his name? No, that's the skater. Something Ortiz in the OG days.
Oh, Tito Ortiz, yeah.
Tito Ortiz dating my girl and a straight legend, Jenna Jameson. That pissed me off, and I don't think he was good to her. So fuck off, Tito Ortiz, man.
Yeah, Tito, he's a victim of the CTE, man. If you look up some of his finest quotes, it's looking pretty rough for Tito. But that's going to wrap up the post office for this week. Only one more week, so get your emails, voice notes, and if you're Australian, send in your leg shot videos. Whatever you got to do, man. We'll see y'all next week. Welcome back to the Rundown, the Skateboard World Source for Sports, brought to you by NFL Canada. Before we get into our survivor pool, the Ghost on location at the NFL International Series in Berlin. Quick rundown of the festivities and how epic the time in Berlin is, celebrating the greatness of Jonathan Taylor.
Dude, insane. It's actually kind of harder to take in the stats and the epicness of a performance when you're watching it. When you're at home watching on TV and you got your fantasy apps, like every yard you like know exactly what's happening. But when the game ended and I looked at JT's stat line, it was like just shy of 300 all-purpose yards and 3 touchdowns. Like,
it was insane.
That was really cool to witness. He also became the leading rusher in Colts history, and they had I forget who had it before, like they had a pre-recorded thing of him congratulating him. Like,
oh,
it was a cool game to be at. And like me and here with one of our best friends, Sebastian Lyman, and him and I jumped on the Colts wagon for the weekend. And after what my boys did, Steeler Nation for life. But just for this week, I got
another jersey, another week for the Ghost, man.
I got Tyler Warren on my fantasy team. It was sick to see him, dude. Colts start the game. They felt like they were in complete control, and then New York Giants Daniel Jones showed up. I think he had a horrible fumble recovered by the Falcons, and I think they also went 4 and out and just turned the ball over on downs. And then all of a sudden the Falcons were just it was a 1-point game at half, but it felt like the Colts were the better team. And then the Falcons get up and all of a sudden it's like, yo, Daniel Jones needs to make it happen. Threw a huge I think it was 4th and 2 to my Ute. Tyler Warren kept the drive alive. And fucking can't ask for much more, man. International game, only game on TV. When you're at a game, a 1:00 game.
No, it's actually like a primetime game.
Yeah, I don't know what to call it, but it's nice when everyone's texting you about that game, and you don't have to you're not thinking about your fantasy teams and checking. You're like, I'm here. This is all that's happening. It was awesome.
This is the one.
Major shout out to NFL Canada. What an insane experience. 72,000 people too. It was at the Olympic Stadium. Everything about it, eating some German, hollering at some German sausage, you know what I'm saying, for Jesse Alba.
Whoa.
Just eating on man. Like we were out here, baby, drinking some Helles.
All right, let's get down to the brass tacks. The Survivor pool continued this week. You tied it up last week, and then you went ahead and picked the Buffalo Bills. The Bills let you down. They lose to the lowly Miami Dolphins. I squeaked out a victory. It wasn't pretty, but the Broncos beat the Raiders. That was probably one of the worst primetime games of all time.
Wow.
So I'm back up. Wow. And my question to you is this the last week so that we can celebrate a winner on air?
Oh, fuck.
Because if we don't,
I thought we were going
it's
all
just
season.
riding off into the sunset. So if this is the last week, I pose to you a proposition that we will each pick the matchup for each other, and then you have to choose the winner. So, for instance, if I was choosing for you, I could say you have to choose between the Jets and Patriots. That's not the one.
Yeah, I like
but
that.
That's
okay.
So
too easy. Yeah.
Because
so
I'm winning, I'll let you choose the
-1.5.
matchup first.
Okay. So I shouted. So the best I can do is tie. Should we also put 2 points on it? So that,
no.
Should we put 2?
No, I won this shit, dude.
Okay. So I shouted this matchup out, I believe, week 1 that we came back, or week 2. Because remember, week 1, the Lions looked horrible, and the Eagles were just like smooth sailing. Or no, actually, no, I made that up. What I shouted out was actually the primetime game on Tuesday, which is Philly versus Green Bay. But anyways, I'm looking for the closest Vegas prediction here. Lions, Eagles, Deggy. You got to make a decision in Philly.
It's right here. It's too easy, man. It was written. The Lions coming off a great game. Jared Goff in MVP form. Gibbs going crazy. Defense is sorting itself out. Coach is calling the offensive plays now, which worked out splendidly. I'm going with the Lions. And then for you, I was going to say the Commanders and the Dolphins, but that's just cruel because it's just the worst of all. But I'm going to go Seahawks and Rams. And what I think will be potentially a playoff matchup at some point.
Seattle's defense pretty elite right now. It's in LA.
It's in LA,
bro. You know I'm going.
Stafford's going crazy.
You know I'm going with the Puka, Devontae, you know what I'm saying, Kyron Williams, and old reliable Matt Stafford. Let's go Rams. Let's do this. Let's tie this up, man. Fuck out of here.
Okay. Week after week, it seems like the MVP race is changing. If we, just for this exercise alone, leave Jonathan Taylor out of this, because I find it hard to believe they'll give it to anyone other than a quarterback at this moment. With the way it's changed and what's happened, is Drake May now the MVP?
Damn. You know I've been feeling Drake May, have him on two teams. He just seems to get
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, that's it. I gotta give it to Sam Darnold has arguably he has the best receiver in football this season. I'm not saying he is the best, but his performance to date, he's by far, like Puka was up there, but he got hurt. He's got the best receiver, but not much else, honestly. So, and their running backs are fucking middle of the pack. But Drake May has jack shit. So let's give it to Mr. Drake May be no more. Drake May, he's my MVP right now, if the season ended right now.
So far, at week 10.
Or JT.
The standard is the standard. One of Mike Tomlin's most famous quotes. Haven't won a playoff game in 9 years. What is the Pittsburgh Steelers standard?
Right now, it's mediocrity. It's very frustrating. But we've talked about this off air, and like our good friend William Benjamin Davis, he was a Steelers fan before me. He went to Pittsburgh and watched the Steelers play in the Super Bowl, like at a bar. And so when I started watching football, in my head, he was a Steelers fan. And then I wanted to get him some Crocs. And I was like, what team, like, do you want some Steelers Crocs if I get some from the legend Cairo? Shoutout. He's like, no, like, I'm a Bills fan. And I was like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And I texted you that. And you were just as confused as me. You're like, I thought Ben was the Steelers fan. Ben can't
Can I read
roll.
the text?
Yeah.
I texted him once I heard this, flabbergasted. I said, yo, Seifa told me you've officially turned your back on the Steelers and joined the Bills Mafia. And his quote was, I need someone to cheer for other than the Steelers. They aren't it right now. Classic bandwagoner here. So he cannot be trusted in any sense of fandom, which is fine.
Or any sense of life.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. But so all that to say, when I pledged allegiance to the Steelers, I thought there was some hope there with Kenny Pickett. You love to remind me of my quote, small hands, big plans. But there's something to be
Super Bowl
said
champion.
about there's something to be said about just riding with a team through the dark times. And even though we make the playoffs and it's a 9-8 here and a 9-8 there, these are dark times. I'd rather bottom out. I've said that many times. There's no real hope for this season. They say they want Rodgers back next year. Like, it's just all that to say, you gotta roll with the hard times so that the good times are that much better, man. Ben, come on, you fucking bandwagon ass Niki.
Dude, it's actually epic that the Steelers have won 5 games or however many games they've won. Like, good for them. But nothing brings me more joy than to see the pain in Aaron Rodgers' eyes. And he's aging drastically throughout this last 2-3 years. Like, he was awful on Sunday Night Football. The defense did everything they could to keep him in it at the beginning, but the wheels just fell off. And Aaron, man, it's not even completely his fault because DK just gets doubled and then there's literally no one else to throw it to. And like, they went all in, obviously, on the defense, spent all this money. They do nothing at the trade deadline. Like, the offense can't do it, man. Like, Chris Boswell is the best offensive player they have. Like, I'm just not sure what's expected, but they're holding on to the title. Or what place are they in right now?
Our only hope.
Yeah, they're holding on at 5-4.
Our only hope.
Holding on, but the Ravens are coming. Only 1 game back. If I'd have told you at the beginning of the season, the AFC division leaders would be the Indianapolis Colts, the Denver Broncos, the New England Patriots, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and you put money on this on whatever betting app you use, how much money could be made right now? This has been one of the wildest and wackiest NFL seasons of all time.
Yeah, that would have been an otherworldly come up because most people, smart money would have been on the Chiefs, probably the Texans, the Ravens, and the Bills. Yeah, that's impressive, man. But we say it all the time, man. That's why you love the NFL. Like the 2 times this year, that one time I put money on the Bills as the last leg of a parlay and they lose to, I can't remember what scrub ass team beat them, cost me that. And then in our fucking pick fucking battle, they get fucking dusted, not even close. That's why we love the NFL, man. If it was more predictable, it wouldn't have the same draw.
Yeah. I think the Patriots beating the Bills was the turning point in their psyche when it turned on for them and they were like, maybe we are as good as we hoped we would be. But for all of those quarterbacks and teams in the AFC, and we'll include the Chargers, Bills, and Jags, who are the 3 wild cards right now, the Kansas City Chiefs sitting outside the playoffs, I guarantee they would probably be a favorite in almost all of those matchups if they get into the playoffs. Is there anyone you would bet on against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs?
No, definitely not. They've been a bit bipolar this season, but when it counts, we know they come to play. I wish they got Breece Hall at the deadline. That would have been nice. Their run game has been pretty shit ever since they got rid of Kareem Hunt the first time. So, yeah, we'll never know. But, yeah, I picked them over fucking basically anyone right now.
Yeah. Do you have any basketball news for the people, or have you been too locked into the NFL?
I've been too locked into this bender in Berlin. I started the season on a bender, sobered up for a month and a week, felt great, but when in Rome or when in Berlin, it's the turn-up's inevitable. So I actually didn't see a single snap of the Steelers game last night. I was at Bergheim, dancing my heart out. But NBA news. Let me take a quick look at the standings here. The Detroit Pistons are first place in the East at 8-2. Cavs and New York were expected to be the 1-2 and 2-3. That's kind of cool. OKC 10-1. Denver's climbing up. The Lakers, shocking start, 7-3, fourth place. I saw viewership is up like a crazy percentage in the first few weeks of the NBA, and that's with no LeBron James. So the league's in good hands. I fly back tomorrow. I can't wait to lock back in. Let's go Raps. You know what I'm saying? The 8th seed right now. Brandon Ingram looking at it, but our effort's been up and down from what I've seen so far this year. But we'll lock in still. How the Leafs doing?
We got to get to a Raptors game this year. I think it's been too long. We need to check in at the ACC. We're going to do our best to get us to a Raps game. That'd be rare. Just flip back real quick. Giants fired Brian Dable, 5-22 in his 2 seasons as the head coach of the New York Giants. Was the time right?
That was one of those ones where it was like, what the hell did you really expect from the Giants this year? Sometimes coaches are sitting ducks, and like he's had a tough go. Remember, he had that like magic in Buffalo with Josh Allen and everything, and then it was like he was a hot hire. And you go to the Giants, it's almost your own fault. Like you go somewhere with so much expectation, and you don't have the pieces to get the wins. I don't know. I actually have no idea.
They had it with Skateboard.
Yeah.
Who's the next head coach to go?
Mike McDaniel's safe, so they say.
Dude,
we take a quick
bought himself another week.
Standings. The Titans already got rid of their dude. Oh, that's funny. The Giants and Titans are the worst 2 records. Oh, you know who? Get rid of the fucking, you've said it before, the Bengals coach, man. I'm sick of this dude, man. Zach Taylor? Is that his name? Like, I don't know if they're too cheap to, like,
he did great things.
Money. Yeah.
He did great things, you know, got them to the Super Bowl. Very rare. Some might say they should have won that Super Bowl. I would be one. But, you know, no one will ever remember that. But it is time to move on from Zach Taylor. But I'm not a fan of firing head coaches in season, especially when your team's not going to be changing much. Do it in the off season. Shut it down. Zach Taylor fired. And then if the Ravens don't go on a run here, they got to fire Harbaugh too. I'm done with Harbaugh in Baltimore. Give him a fresh start somewhere else. He'll get picked up. He won't be jobless for long.
Another coach who could go, and you know, I was a fan of him for years. He seems like a great guy, but I think it's just over. It's just time to pack it in. Mr. Pete Carroll, man, like you had a great run. You won the Super Bowl. You have one of the most famous fucked up play calls of all time. I didn't even watch football at the time, and it still pisses me off that they lost. Like, give the ball the beast mode. We don't need to go over that. But this, whatever's going on with the Raiders, man, it's over. Fucking, yeah.
The Raiders are done. All right, y'all. That's going to wrap up this week's episode of The Bunt. One more season finale. Save something epic for y'all. Pulling out all the stops next week. Y'all know where to find us. Who knows where we'll find Seifa and what jersey he'll be wearing, but he'll be here.
I'm back with my boys, NFL Canada. We out here.